I'm painting that one the Falcons color.
Yo, what's up,
You know what?
everybody?
Now I think about it, maybe I'll paint this the wing one the Chiefs color.
Oh, Dap's gonna paint things Chiefs colors.
Yeah.
But it is. Uh oh, are we having troubles? Maybe we're having troubles. No, we're good. We're good. All right. We can adjust Dap. If you need to adjust that camera, you totally can. But then we got two people missing. Teresa's taking care of herself right now. She will be joining. And Adam is running late. But I got Dap here. I got Deron here.
Yes, sir.
We're chilling. We got it up on the big screen. I'm about to get this out. Oh boy. Both my girls, I've yelled at them twice to go to bed. They have not.
I'm gonna have to get the belt.
Good luck.
The belt.
Good luck, that bro. Good luck.
Oh man.
Oh shit, the Pacers actually making it in the game. Pacers said, you know what? Nah. Go get Giannis. Go get Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis.
Do you know who that is?
No.
It's okay.
Yeah, I know Yanni.
Don't think that's the same person, brother.
Brother.
Don't think that's
Listen here, brother. Man. Oh, Teresa might be coming sooner than we think.
Oh.
Here we go.
The missus.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, I'm gonna send that around social media real quick. But we were talking about something right before we started stream here. Now, I started a playlist. And the playlist, we just had some music on while we were catching up, getting in today, right? Sitting down. And the playlist was titled Black R&B House Party Mix. And while we were sitting there listening to it, our favorite song, Technotronic's Pump Up the Jam, came on, and Duran goes, that song wouldn't be coming on
No.
on my list.
No.
So that brings me to the first question. I gotta know. What song's going on Duran's Black R&B House Party Mix?
I mean, it depends on, if it's just Duran by himself. Is it the family reunion? It depends. You know, like if it's just, I guess.
Imagine. So we were watching it, and it had like an active scene going on, right?
Yeah,
there was
vibing.
there was a young lady sitting down playing DJ. She was spinning all the tracks, and there's a bunch of people going in and out the kitchen, grabbing drinks, dancing, chit-chatting, right? Making use of the space in the house. It looked like a very nice house. I really enjoyed that house.
Yeah,
And their
nice
pictures on the wall.
Yeah,
Great
nice
pictures on the wall. That was such a good touch. If you're going to rent somebody's like Airbnb, you should bring pictures to set them.
Yo, can you do that?
Why not? I mean, as long as you take it back, right? Or, take them down.
Take them down?
Yeah.
Like, yo, whose pictures are these?
Oh, fuck, we left one. You're going to get that cleaning fee. But, I think that's a good move. Either way it goes. Duran's like, Technotronic Pump Up the Jam's not happening. So, I gotta beg the question, Duran, what is Duran's Black R&B House Party Mix?
If it's just R&B, bro.
I mean, imagine we're in the same situation. You're just sitting on the couch, a bunch of people coming over.
Yo.
I did play Slip and Slide, Take It to the House, when we had that crawfish boil.
Yeah?
To all my peoples all across the world.
Yeah.
That's not an R&B song, though.
But you're right, it is not R&B, but it is like a party song, though.
It is, yeah, it's totally a party song. Yeah.
I mean, so I try to be, because I'm ignorant. So, I got a lot of ignorance in my playlist regardless. And that's from both R&B and straight rap and hip-hop. So, but if it's like family reunion setting and stuff like that, like moms and them's coming over, like my aunties and uncles and stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be like some two-step music and stuff like that.
Oh.
Or like some
cha-cha slide.
Or some cha-cha, yeah, some of that type of stuff.
Have you heard of the Cupid Shuffle?
Cupid Shuffle.
Anything that was played back in like the 70s or 80s is probably getting played if they coming through.
70s or 80s, I'm into.
I like Brian McKnight.
Cha-Cha Slide,
Wilson.
Cupid Shuffle.
Yeah.
I hate those songs.
Yeah, Charlie Wilson.
They're not great songs, but they're just
those
songs
songs.
to get you to get out there to go dance.
Hey.
Everybody, even if you can't dance, you can do the Cupid Shuffle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
I can do it while roller skating.
Even better.
Boy, let me tell you,
athlete.
when I'm out roller skating and those songs come on, guess who wants to go get a pretzel? I mean, like I'm done at that point. Like, come on.
Yo, I used to love going skating, bro. I ain't been skating since I was in high school.
I went to roller skating my uncle's birthday, and I thought I was good. But since I haven't skated in like 20 years, I was falling flat on my ass every time I tried to move. That. It was a pretty unique experience, to say the least.
It'd be like that. I ain't been skating in a long time, so I know my fault.
Dog, I love roller skating. I love I did both roller skating, rollerblading. Right,
so
I did.
For my 33rd birthday, then we're gonna go to the skate park. Then
we don't have to do a park, but like we should do
the skate park.
Let's go to the skate rink.
Yeah,
rink.
That's what it's called, skate park.
Oh,
the rink is called skate park.
What rink is this?
There's two of them, like where I live, or maybe it's called Skate City.
In Georgia?
No.
Oh. The country, Georgia.
In Kansas, where I like.
Yeah, roll bounce.
There's a couple down the street from where I live.
Nick Cannon is hilarious.
Yeah, we can go.
That's Nick Cannon, right?
Nick Cannon was.
Or is that Bow Wow? Who's in Roll Bounce?
Was in Roll Bounce.
Yeah, it's Bow Wow.
London was in Roll Bounce.
Wait, who?
Lauren London.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Was T.I. in Roll Bounce?
Was Ludacris in Roll Bounce?
Ludacris is in Roll Bounce. Yeah.
See, I know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know, man of culture.
Jay said that he from the hood. He did say he is from the ghetto. He did tell me.
I
he
grew
asked
up.
Me about
remember? Hey, you remember when we did the Bud Park tournament?
Oh God. I try not to remember those times.
We called it that. I'm the one that suggested it because I grew up there. That's where I grew up. I don't think that's really the ghetto though. I don't know.
Definitely not now. I would assume. I feel like there's a lot of more.
Has it?
They've tried to
gentrify. Have they gentrified it?
I haven't been in that area, but like around the outskirts of it, yeah.
Oh really?
Okay.
I haven't been. Well, I don't even know.
I was gonna say, what was it? What's the pickle that you were talking to me about last time I was?
Just
big ass hot pickles.
Just hot pickle, right?
Big one.
Yeah, big thick ass one, real fucking hot.
Yeah, you
make it
tear
up. Yeah, you gotta suck on it. Okay, what did you call that as a child?
Call it a hot pickle.
How would you okay, did you have any other way to describe it to your non-neighborhood friends?
Nah, just hot pickle. Just like I call it hot Cheetos, hot chips. I just call all hot chips or just hot chips.
When I was growing up, I had a gym teacher that would sell it to us. And she had dill pickles, big ass 5-gallon bucket. Then she had hot pickles, and it was a 5-gallon bucket of like Mama's hot pickles or whatever, Big Mama's hot pickles, whatever it was called. I think they were called Hot Mamas. And then she had another one where she took the dills and turned them into hot pickles herself, and she called them Hood Hot.
I have never heard that in my life.
Okay, cool. I'm so scared to say that. Looking at my complexion, I try to talk to people, right?
Yeah.
I try to ask people about it.
Yeah.
Who the fuck do you think I'm gonna ask about it? I can't. I get clammed up. I don't talk. I don't fucking talk. I talk to Dap because I know Dap's not gonna beat me up, and if he tried, I think I'd be all right. But I don't talk to nobody else about it. And now it's out on the internet.
I kind of want to see it personally, but all right.
Now it's out on the internet, right? And so I tried to make my own. I got some upstairs.
Okay.
Maybe we break them out here in a little bit. I could go for a little snack.
That sounds terrifying, but I'm with you.
Yeah, good fucking luck, dude. But I've had so much trouble, and I've explained to Dap how much trouble I've had trying to talk about this.
Yeah.
And it's like I can't even talk. I can't even imagine trying to ask people at work or nothing. And I just sit there, and we're just like, yeah, no, that's great. That's cool. I did see. Yeah, Steph Curry did get. That's so fucking cool, man. Yeah, no, my girls, yeah, they're crazy. They're doing taekwondo. And in my head, I'm just like,
bro, these hot pickles.
Do you think they'll know about the hot pickles?
These hood hot joints.
If this is going so well, how could I ruin this?
I feel like you can't. I feel like even if you ask them, they'll just look at you funny. And then
they're going to be like, no, I never heard of that. And I'm like, well, please don't think differently. And it's like, well, now I do. Now I do, because you said something.
And you know what? F them.
F them? I don't know.
Uncultured swine is what I would call them.
No, I feel like I'm the uncultured swine.
No, Deron has a point, man. It's like, they don't get it, they don't get it.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's like that.
But
you're not being insensitive, you're just saying what you're
Well, hold on. I'm 95% ignorant, so...
Only 95?
Only 95. Damn. The other 5% is pretty alright.
Alright.
So I try not to care so much.
Alright. Let's see. Tonight, Duran's working on the New Gundam.
Yeah.
The Intrigate New Gundam.
Yes,
Very cool one. It has a good stature. It's very tall compared to the others.
Char's counterattack.
Let's see, Dap, what are you working on?
I am working on my Wing Gundam Verkai. I'm finishing the weapons.
Dap's sucking down some CoQ10.
Yes, sir.
We got all up in the camera.
Oh, my bad.
It's
cotton
funny.
Candy flavor. You know, I wanted a cotton candy milkshake.
Oh yeah.
Because remember I got that when we went to Steak and Shake.
Oh, that shake was fire, bro. Don't remind me.
Yeah, and I couldn't find a Steak and Shake nearby.
I thought they closed most of them.
Yeah.
Dude,
so I had
we used to
with this.
We used to have one over at my parents' house, over off of Inglewood and 169, and they closed it up.
Yeah.
And there's one in Liberty, and the one in Liberty, last time I checked, it's been a few years. No, man, damn, it's been like a year or two now.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, they were one of the only ones that were still 24 hours in Kansas or Missouri.
Damn.
Yeah, no, they definitely closed most of them.
There's one Steak and Shake I know of in Overland Park where Reddifer lives, and yeah, that's the only one I know that's still like open. I thought there was one on Shawnee Mission Parkway, but no, they changed that to like a Mexican chain.
Dang. Shawnee Mission Kia.
Just a short job.
Dog, that's all I ever hear when
Any Parkway on I-35.
I
know that.
Hey, tell me about the pickles stuff.
Bro.
Anyways,
The hood pickles, the hood knots.
fucking yeah, no. It that's. I swear to God, that's what I heard it as. And there's trying to think. I do have one friend that I still talk to that we were still friends. We were friends in elementary school. We're still friends today. I bet I could ask him and be like, "Hey, you remember Coach Brown talking about this?" But he'd probably be like, "No," and I would never know if he's being right or not because he'd be like, "I know this is gonna bother you, so I don't even want to ask him."
But why would it bother somebody? You just talking about some hot ass pickles.
I think they're the not joke but actual uncomfortableness around the situation goes into I went to school.
I need to know.
The school I went to was on Prospect.
Yeah, so it's in the hood. It is what it is.
I was, yeah, you know, and I think it's very easy to line up like this white dude, motherfucker, is asking me if I know some shit because I'm black, and it's like, no, it's because you're the only one that would know what I'm talking about, not necessarily because you're black.
I asked my Korean friend about this Korean college basketball athlete that she was phenomenal. People call her the Korean Magic Johnson.
Oh,
and
shit.
He got on to me. He's like, "You only asking me this is because I'm Korean?" I'm like, "No, I asked him this because you shared it with us a few weeks ago, and I just can't remember."
I just been like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Own it. Yeah. Yeah, man. You're trying to make a fucking problem about it. Yeah. That's what it is.
You know,
Now, can you answer or not?
Yeah,
Damn. You know, Duran, I need to. Maybe you're pretty wise. Possibly you're pretty wise.
That's a bold statement, but
I'm gonna say my friend Duran told me that I should straight say this to you, straight faced.
And then smile at him afterwards.
Yeah, and just smile. Yeah, just.
Yeah. Hey.
I'm putting my hands behind my back just in case. I mean, whatever happens from here is totally valid. All right.
You're fine.
What I'm doing tonight is, or I guess Dap, you're working on not the Wing Zero, the Wing.
Yes,
the
Wing.
The weapons for the
the
Verka Wing.
Yes.
I'm working on this here guy, Big Ed. I'm gonna be turning Big Ed into Blanca. So I'm working on what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna break down, and what colors I'm gonna use for everything. And there's a lot of decisions to be made, but let's start breaking them up. Here we go. But man,
what does Blanca say again? Is level 3?
The
hump begins.
What does he say?
Like it's like the hump begins, or I don't know, man.
That means you
I fucking hate Blanca.
I don't know, dude. I just know he's like, oh, and then when like the electricity hits, he goes harder. Oh.
I hate Blanca.
He's pretty cheap.
I like him.
No,
He's pretty cheap.
I like him.
fuck that character. Move your body, Man, Speaking of, Duran, are you still playing Street Fighter or nah?
I haven't touched
taking
it.
a back seat to it.
That's it's man. Look, I feel like I'm making a poor decision.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of issues with Tekken.
Man,
a lot of people are jumping off the bandwagon. I'm like,
don't get me started on that game. Matter of fact, you got me started. I don't care.
Yeah, here it is. We're here.
Yeah, yo. So that game is wild, right?
mm-hmm.
So to answer your original question, I've been putting so much time into Tekken that I haven't played Street Fighter at all, which is unfortunate because I do like Street Fighter.
Yeah.
But I've been putting so much time into Tekken and feeling like I am still like super bad, like super bad.
Is that because of like the new mechanics that they introduced, the heat system?
It's not well. Heat doesn't make it easier because, like, it's. So a lot of top players, they akin it to like Tekken 7 was like brain dead defense.
Yeah.
Well, there's only a few people who say it like that. This game is like brain dead offense, where it's like it doesn't matter if you don't know how to. Because I think me playing fighting games for as long as I have, I think there's a specific art in being like very turtly and defensively, or just being extremely aggressive and getting like working for those hits and stuff like that. When you open up somebody and it's like legitimately like you played that mind game, I think it's like the most hot fire stuff. You can give
respect. Yeah, you can give some respect to
Tekken 8 is like, you know what, bro?
You just did some cheat string.
And it's not even that. It's just like to use King players for example, because I know one of them in particular at this table.
Yes. Please
My man King cares nothing about nothing. He just got armor on stuff. Like he got some of the best power crushers of all time. So he just runs at you.
Yeah.
Thing is, you can't hit buttons against him because his counter hit pokes are ridiculous. So not only can you not hit buttons, you can't not just turtle to do it because he would just throw you to death. Can't sidestep him because he would just throw you to death.
Oh my god.
So okay, all right.
Which one is two?
I'm back on Street Fighter.
Smart man.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid like me.
And it's just because, for a simple reason, I prefer it. That's it. End of the story.
But yeah, so like a lot of people that I've been hearing about with Tekken is that they toned down, well not toned down, they made the offense a little easier.
A little.
A
lot.
That is kind of similar to how Street Fighter 5, where Capcom was like, we're going to take away pressing the normals, we're going to take away chip, we're going to take away all this stuff that allow players to like kind of like do different styles of offense, and homogenize it, like homogenize the game plan.
So I think it's a little different in that instance because I feel like Street Fighter players are used to that, right? Like there's every iteration of Street Fighter has been different. When you start thinking about from Super Turbos to 3 to even the Alpha series, 4 and all that stuff. So the Capcom guys are kind of used to that. Tekken, for the most part,
it's the same.
Has been the same.
There's like what I guess 3 to tag, or yeah. 3 to tag, and then there's 4 to 7.
Yep.
Right, and then now this 8 is. I still feel like 8 is very 7, but it's definitely a big change, like you said, with the offense.
Yeah, so 7 is a lot. So if you don't know much more about the meta about 7, right? A lot of people complained about 7, justifiably, because, like, to me personally, I enjoy watching high-level Tekken regardless.
Yeah.
That's because I understand what's going on. So when a whole bunch of people just moving and doing a whole bunch of nothing, to a person who doesn't really understand the game, is like, oh, them always just moving, not doing nothing. I understand what's going on, right?
Yeah. So
to me, I think it's fire, but somebody who's like a casual who's just watching, they're like, bro, this shit whack. It's mad boring.
Yeah, and that's something, that's like a discussion that I've been saying where the developers are transitioning modern style fighting games to be that way.
Yeah, I think that's gaming, period, to be honest with you.
It's because of the attention span of gamers is now dwindled. Like, people are less inclined to care about the small details of spacing. Making sure that the opponent is not overstepping his boundaries, where it's the marginal difference can be exploited by the highest levels of players.
Yeah.
And they want to see action.
Yeah.
Developers are saying, look, man, we need to get into this esports money. We need to figure out what games, like what we can do to make our games exciting to watch. It's similar to like how pro sports has now made offense more like pronounced, where scoring is now like the objective.
You can't play defense. You can't put the hands on the player. You can't do the stuff that
You used to be able to do, right? Because back in the day in the 90s and stuff like that, like scoring took a lot of skill. There was a lot of skill involved with scoring, and it's still like
still
that
skill
today.
now. It's just a
different brand of skill, and I feel like that's the same way with modern fighting games too. Now it's like a different brand of skill, where they made the offense easier, but now because they made offense easier, it's more about making the right decisions, making the right choices, making the right reads.
You have no choice because it's essential because you can lose. You can make one wrong read and die for it.
And so I think that's what now this like get people's juices flowing, like when they're watching fighting games. This day and age, Capcom's like, let's see how this Luke player get that one hit.
Boy Lucas, he gonna get that hit too.
Exactly. Or let's see how this jury player can avoid getting that one hit to Luke, because and see how they can navigate around avoiding that situations and whatnot. And I think that's what developers have started to do, but players of an older generation don't like that idea of one touch equals death. And
well, that's because back at a certain, like when I used to come around, bro, it took for you to get cooked like like you mess up one time, the person had to be extremely
better
proficient. Like I remember playing, what's my man name from St. Louis?
Glenn.
Glenn?
Well,
Alan?
Not Glenn. Not they didn't play Street Fighter.
Oh yeah.
I want to say AKA.
Oh, AKS?
Nah, that's Alan.
That's Alan.
Nah, Guilty Gear player.
NKI? Oh, Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear player. I want to say it's AKA. Long story short, he was probably one of the best in the Midwest and one of the best like Guilty Gear players in the country. And I played him one time in Guilty Gear, and I have never felt like so
helpless.
Yeah, because he was playing Zato, I was playing Milia, and every time he touched me, I didn't get to play again. And the stuff he was doing, I mean, obviously.
Is that Mr. K?
Nah, he was the one who taught Mr. K.
Oh, okay.
He was before Mr. K. Pretty sure it's AKA. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But either way, like, the stuff that he was doing was it wasn't easy to do.
Yeah.
But it was like
you could respect that skill level and stuff like that, and that's what we were talking about in the Georgia chats and whatnot. And like the older fighting games, like people who are able to exploit the highest level of execution were considered gods. That's why people looked at Japanese players and put them on a pedestal, because they were like seen as these people that they were doing things that you never seen before.
And they were. They were.
And it took a lot of skill. Like you couldn't replicate that. Like you can't spend an hour in training mode and be like, yeah, I can do that too now. And so like a lot of people are making that as a negative with the modern games nowadays. Like I said, with Tekken 8, now you just press one button and now you're at plus frame advantage.
So, which is true. Which I was gonna get to that point, right? Because I can complain about the game.
Yeah.
I can 100% complain about the game. I can legitimately talk to you why I've been telling cats, like, when I first was playing it, I hated it. I hated it with a passion.
Yeah.
Now, I was at a point where I strongly disliked it. Now I just don't really like it. So it's slowly
you're adjusting, basically.
Well, it's because I've just adapted the mindset of like, okay, I suck at the game. Maybe if I got better at the game, I can appreciate it more. Because at the end of the day, the top players are still the top players. The top players in that game are still winning.
And that's the same reasoning that I had with Street Fighter 4 to Street Fighter 5, and now Street Fighter 5 to Street Fighter 6. Because you had Daigo, Tokido, even Justin Wong.
The top guys are still the top guys.
What's his name? Bonchan. Like these guys who are all high level. Shen, for example, with Gen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he picked up Fong in Street Fighter 5, and he was winning with Fong. In Street Fighter 5, who people called was the worst character in the game.
I mean, she ain't kind of nice though, like.
But it still proves our point, though.
Yeah, just still proves our nice.
Like that, the game, even though like Capcom has made these changes where they made it easier or more accessible for Street Fighter 5, like the top level players were still dominating. Like, you know, yeah, you might see some new bloods that come out, but I feel like that happens in every game where a new game comes out. You still have the veterans, and then you have a brand new batch of new players that come into the scene.
Which I think is good. In my opinion, that's the reason why I can't complain too much about Tekken 8.
Yeah, like, because you saw Nee, right? He was complaining about Tekken 8. And even Arson Nash, to an extent, was complaining. But they're still winning. And you know what, though? You can also, you can take their opinion.
Stick it up your ass. Oh.
Yeah. Their opinions still matter because, like, they're dominant. They were dominant in Tekken 7, and they're still dominant in Tekken 8 as well. And also, just because they don't like the game doesn't necessarily mean the game is bad. And doesn't mean that everyone also agrees with their opinion. And that's something.
I don't know, they kind of ass,
but you have a right to that opinion, a right to that belief. But I feel like people get too caught up if a top player say something about a specific game or whatever.
That's sheep mentality, though. That's sheep mentality.
And they say that their opinion is fact. I'm like, no, it's their opinion.
Yeah, no, that's not a fighting game problem. That's because if you go like
media for anything.
So somebody who likes, I'm a stream connoisseur. I like to lurk in streams. Like Ares is one of my favorite streamers. Ares will say Ares is Ares. Ares would be like, "Yo, this thing sucks," and everybody in the chat be like, "Yeah." And I'd be like, "Bro, but
it's fine.
It's okay."
Yeah, I don't know if you guys ever heard of this guy, but MKBHD, Marcus Brownlee, he does like a lot of tech reviews. And like he reviewed this new device that costs $700. It's basically a digital assistant. It's a pin that you put on your shirt or whatever, and you basically just talk to it like a Google device or like Alexa or something like that, and it just tells you what your phone can already do for you. And essentially, it's slower than a phone. It's awful. It doesn't really recognize your voice all the time.
So it's
essentially, it costs $700. It essentially does what a phone already does for you.
Bobby in the phone.
Exactly. And he put out a review about how terrible it is. And it was funny because apparently one of the companies were saying that their stocks went down because of his review.
Yeah.
And he put out a retort saying he doesn't necessarily. It's not his fault that
the product
sucks. The product. And also it's he doesn't need to even put out a review for people to understand that this device is pretty bad, anyways. Like people are going to find out this device is bad on their own.
But that just lets you know how powerful, not even just social media is, but the following people have. That's just. And again, it goes back to sheep mentality. Say. My favorite person of all time is Jonathan Spotswood. And he comes through and he's like, "Hey, bro, KOF 13 sucks." I'm like, man, that's my favorite person of all time. He might be onto something. You know?
I would never.
That's because that's a great game.
That game is real good. Like this was. I was into this until you got to this make believe.
Into the situation that would never.
You're over there lying, sir. I mean, it's just
it sucks. I just hate that social media has become that way nowadays.
Oh, it's gonna continue to do so. Especially with just the generation that we have now, because everybody at this table, right? Because Jonathan's older than me. I think you're older than me.
Yeah. Adam's older than me.
Yeah, probably in the youngest.
So we grew up in an age where we didn't have internet.
Yeah.
And then we
gradually,
Miss Teresa, then we grew into the age of the internet, so we know both sides of the spectrum.
Correct.
You got kids now. That's all they know.
I did that before.
So it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
I heard Taco Bell got it for bankruptcy. Are you just getting your last hurrah?
What?
Oh, that's sadness.
They did?
I think I saw that.
I mean, I see why. But...
All right.
I mean, they're not great.
I think they did just chapter 11, which I think is their
Taco Bell?
Yeah, I think so.
You mean California, probably. Because they raised the prices, the minimum wage prices up in California.
I mean, it's still expensive for no reason.
This was $12.
Yeah, I'm about to say, trying to get 2 chalupas and a taco is
hey man,
$11 now. It used to cost
I'm so mad too when they brought back the chalupas and then brought it back with a terrible ass. It's not even crunchy anymore. It's whatever, stale.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna take the camera real fast. Just kind of
3 days ago.
documenting.
Taco Bell files Chapter 11 bankruptcy. That's all.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
This is going to be the head, right? And obviously, Big Ed here has a hat going on. I'm going to cut the bill off so that it's smooth. So, I'm going to just go in and do it with the snippers. Wish me luck.
Pretty sure that's pretty popular, right?
What's pretty popular?
Nothing. I'm going to go play games in a little bit here.
Okay.
How's your day been, Teresa?
Pretty good. Pretty productive. I had to do an Amazon return, so me and Jonathan got donuts this morning. Because the UPS store is right next to the donut store. And Jonathan was like, why don't you, because usually Jonathan does his returns at Kohl's, which is fine because it is easier to get to. This parking lot of the UPS store is pretty crappy. And he's like, why don't you just do Kohl's? And I'm like, because I can get donuts.
Yeah.
We like donuts.
I'm going to go ahead and clarify. Teresa got donuts.
Yeah, sorry.
We did not get donuts.
It's so good though. It's like this Cambodian donut place, and they're only open until 1. So I was like,
I was about to say, what you been on that health kick?
Yeah, I don't.
well, he did. He got a croissant.
I got a hot ham and cheese.
I was gonna get you a coat, but I was like, I'm gonna be a good friend and not get you a coat.
Yeah, man. I
So,
appreciate
for the
you.
best.
You're welcome.
Because
Got me a Coke.
I wanted a Coke real bad.
You know what I'm saying? You could have got me one.
Duran, you want Coke?
No, I'm good.
I got Coke.
I haven't drank an actual soda in like, it's been years.
Oh, damn, nice, good
I
stuff.
like the bubbly water.
Zach, what's up, man?
up, Zach?
Said food moves without me again. News at 11.
Let me
boy
do my
Zach.
tea real quick.
Oh, Teresa's got tea?
So like, I don't know why TikTok is showing me this, but I've been getting a lot of news about this Warhammer update, which I don't even play Warhammer. Okay, like I don't know.
Wait, like the game or
Yeah.
like the update for the show?
No, the game Warhammer.
Okay.
I don't know why this is like my For You page, but like I guess they did an
I
update.
understand.
Yeah, they did an update, and I guess there's like now female characters of a certain race or whatever, right? And people are like super big mad about it.
Work.
And people are super
It's
mad
30
about it.
years of lore. No.
Yeah, people were like super mad about it, right? And I'm sitting there thinking like, well, I guess I was confused and I looked more into it. Like, why are people mad that they're like women, right? Like, and they're like, you've never said that they're women before. I'm like, how do they procreate, my dudes?
Oh,
How the
because
fuck are
they're
you making-
genetically modified.
I was like, how are you making your armies?
And it has canonically only worked because you take existing people and you turn them into custodians.
Go on, Adam.
Right.
Genetic modification.
Like, care to elaborate.
But the thing is this, okay?
Tell me again how you're
Okay.
not misogynist.
No, but
Because only men can do it.
no, but the thing is this, is like, if you could genetically, okay, hold on. If you could genetically modify people to make them better, right? Like, we've seen this time and time again. Have you not seen the movie fucking Total Recall? That lady had 3 boobs, and you're telling me that there is no reason why people would ever genetically modify a woman to have 3
Because
boobs.
the technology is 10,000 years
I mean,
old.
2 is.
And they
I
don't
think 2
fully
is
understand it.
fine.
And so they're kind of just dealing with what has always been.
That's why you're
which
wrong,
has
Dap.
always been men.
I need it to be symmetrical.
Because
Either
it's
2
a
or 4.
totalitarian
3
fascist state.
Oh, okay. 4 boobs are okay.
3 is just odd.
What were we watching? And like
So
the
you
thing
want
had
four
boobs
I mean,
all the way around
you
it.
want 4
Pun
cars
Jujutsu
or
Kaisen.
4 rows like an animal.
We were watching.
It's just odd.
We were watching
Thanks-
Jujutsu
thanks,
Kaisen,
Darius.
and one of the monsters had boobs all the way around its neck like a necklace. They were just
Yeah.
droopy, hangy boobs. I was like, damn, babe, this thing has way more boobs than you require.
I'm just saying, like, obviously in the movie Total Recall, they used a significant amount of their budget onto this 3-boob girl, right? Like, they really hammed her up, man.
Yeah.
Hammed her up.
Yeah. I'm just saying that I don't really understand the whole stink of it, right? And they're like, they've always been women custodians. I don't know anything about it, but people are really mad about
Sounds
it.
like you know a lot about it.
Well, no, I'm just saying, 'cause obviously I don't, because I was like, how do they think, like, these people were, like, they continue being made? Like, do they just, you have to, like, make a custodian? Then,
Yes.
like, why wouldn't you do a lady?
Yeah,
When
how
you
hard
think
was
about-
that?
When you think about it, yeah.
Because the custodians are the best of the best in the galaxy of trillions.
I guess I don't know. I guess
There's
I'm
like
confused.
1,000 of them. Out of trillions.
Shi'ar,
I just feel like gamers just like to complain.
Yeah, I guess so. 'cause, like,
Imperial Guard.
And we made female space marines. They're called the Adeptus Sororitas. And they already exist.
I like how Adam
Adeptus
is justifying his
Sororitas.
love for Warhammer.
I
I
feel
mean,
for
let's-
you.
at least I understand more about why people are like just so mad and they're like, we're not gonna buy any more Warhammer stuff. I'm like, listen,
They gonna
listen.
Buying no Warhammer.
But the thing is, this is like, okay, but they're not really catering to you because you already spent they already got your money.
Yeah, they gonna buy.
Yeah, they already got
Yeah.
your money. Like
They already got your money. We're trying to get new people to give us their
Like, they're
money.
trying to get more money.
Yeah, like big whoop, like go ahead and burn your Warhammer figures because like that's gonna get your money back.
Yeah.
We already got it. Like I guess I'm confused why people are
I
like
feel
super
like
mad about it.
people
That's
who
how
would.
they boycott, even though it doesn't work.
They may be like stabbing themselves in the foot though.
That's what
Because
I
the
say, it
people
doesn't
who actually still buy from GW are the shills, who are all neckbeards. 'Cause
Yeah.
Everyone else has already been 3D printing their own
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
for years. And they already made their female characters.
Yeah.
They already ahead of the game.
Yeah.
They're like, why y'all so late?
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I have female characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the first I've heard of it, right, was this girl I follow on TikTok. She does this thing called like niche tea, right?
Oh, she's a Warhammer fan? Damn.
No. She's like, I don't know much about Warhammer, but
So
I'm
what
like,
the fuck she
hold
come
on. But she just
Thanks,
she just
Steph.
tells the tea. She just says the tea. But she says she's very closely related to it, right? Like, but she doesn't play it.
Hi,
she's not super
I'm
into it.
related to Warhammer.
But it turns out, hold on.
Yeah.
But she says this whole thing about like this whole thing. She just tells the tea, right? Niche tea is what she does. She just talks about like what the story is in tea. And she's like, well, I guess I'd be remiss if I did not get a direct quote. And it turns out her husband is like a big writer for Warhammer stuff.
Nice.
Well,
Okay.
Nice.
And she went over to his craft room and he has like all these paints and stuff like that, and he wrote this big thing about how just like it's not a big deal.
She's in the bed with the enemy.
Okay. She doesn't-
Menards is where we
Amy,
found
we
it.
found them at Menards.
Yeah. And we couldn't find it again next time.
Yeah, we were saving big money, and we saw these Pop-Tarts, so we were like, let's get some.
Yo, Amy, are you guys having cutbacks in your department?
Yeah, most
You wanna transfer to our department, prep? We
I found some at Target, but I found one box.
Zach's uncle is the board game.
Yeah, Amy, transfer to prep. We need more help, please.
Anyway, I'm gonna go play games and then I'm gonna make this bracelet.
Dang, chat disappeared.
Oh, dang,
Alright,
let me
chat.
refresh that shit.
Yeah, probably because like she's like quit being weird. Yeah.
I'm not being
Dang.
weird. I'm trying to get a new hire. I'm trying to get someone to
Dang.
come and join my team.
That's not
'cause-
how that you do that though.
But you know what?
I mean,
guess-
Dad, you can't be like come join my team and you spent the last 2 weeks you were here complaining about your.
You know, that's a good point.
That is a good point.
Oh, I mean, I
What
guess
is
she needs more
what is
money.
that? What is that saying? Is like you can't escape a crab pit because like other crabs will grab you down. That's what you're doing. You're like crabbing.
Quit crab bitting me.
All right,
Yeah.
fine.
Is
then.
that what that is? Is that what that saying is? I mean, I see it.
I've
with
never
crawfish.
heard that phrase, but
You know,
I like
I heard-
it.
Tangentially, but
I don't know what the exact thing is, but okay. So me and
You know,
Jonathan, we clean crawfish.
Teresa-
every year.
Teresa
I
knows
heard
all about
rising
Warhammer
tides lift all
tangentially.
boats, so you know,
Well,
it's
nah,
a rising
it's-
tide coming.
It's supposed to be like if like there's one crab trying to like escape the pot
Yeah.
or something like
Oh,
that.
oh,
The
oh.
other
crabs
crabs
will,
is
like,
like,
crawl
yeah,
up.
like nah,
Yeah.
get your ass down here with
Yeah.
us.
But I mean, I guess I could say crawfish because I understand that because like that's true. They really don't let the others escape, like the crawfish bucket. Except for if there is one that ever escapes, we keep him and he doesn't die
and he's
in
the
the crawfish
strongest
pot.
one.
Yeah.
So don't y'all still have one of y'all crawfish?
It just
It
died
just
last
died.
week.
It tried to molt and it did not make it.
Oh
Yeah.
damn.
But that thing was 3
It
years
failed.
old. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, damn, y'all had one of those crawfishes in there for the last crawfish bowl we had.
It
Yeah.
failed at doing the thing it does.
Yeah, it really did. Like
Unfortunate.
well, we keep putting the like
Sounds
new
like my life.
every crawfish we put every
Yeah.
crawfish year we put a new crawfish in there and then
Yeah.
like this I guess
Just didn't.
the best survive and he survived 3 crawfish and he's killed the other 3. Last time dude he ate its eyes.
Yeah, he grabbed it as soon as it came down and like ate its eyes while holding its hands. And then like snipped its fucking arms and legs off.
Holy shit, dude! That crawfish was a beast.
This is my tank.
Yeah, he was like, finally some fucking food.
Yeah.
Alright, so here, this is, okay, so here, I'll put the face back on. So this is the face, right? I've taken the brim off. Now I just got, Blanca has kind of a Neanderthal brow, so I'm going to leave that on as like a Neanderthal brow. I'm also going to try to feed some hair into this crack
I feel like that's real offensive.
to be like eyebrows, right? But then I was planning on using this as basically the scalp and running the hair through it. I do have some hair. I haven't showed it yet, obviously. So I'm going to need to take off. There's some gray red ridges here I'm going to take out. So that'll be the next thing here. Kind of making this scalp thing try to work a little bit more. I think what I also might do is do another line or two so I can feed more hair through it. I don't know. I don't know what the right move is. Maybe I'll just attach hair onto it.
Yeah.
And that way there's a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only an
real
8-hour
shit.
drive, and say we have to drive through Kansas though. Like honestly, if it was in any other direction, I'd probably be like, yeah, let's do it. But driving through Kansas is painful.
Hey, I live in Kansas.
No, yeah, but have you driven through it?
Trash.
Yeah.
Western Kansas
Driving
is-
to it's not bad. Driving through it though.
Through it
It's
is
nothing to look at.
painful.
Just straight grass.
I drove into
Grass and
Topeka.
cows.
I drove into Oklahoma.
Maybe
I
not.
drove into
And
Wichita.
you might see the same cow. Like,
It's
Yeah.
pretty annoying. Yeah, no, it's pretty annoying. Drive.
I don't mind. Actually, I don't mind the drive to like Lawrence to Wichita. One time we drove to
Lawrence is fine.
where would you drive to go to Taco Tico?
Topeka.
Topeka.
Yeah.
Yeah, Topeka. Yeah,
Going to Wichita gets a little boring.
yeah.
It's not terrible. They have
Yeah.
they have the cool zoos and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh god, I love grilled pineapple. It's my weakness.
Oh,
Sure, I really need to go to Lawrence. I want to go
Stop,
to another
Zach.
retro game
I can
store
only
again.
get so wrecked.
All right, I'm gonna go play games.
Alright, have fun.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining, babe. Wait. Real quick.
Yeah.
Movie review.
Movie review.
Oh, I told Sarah my whole movie review earlier today. So we watched the movie Upgrade, starring budget Ashton Kutcher. But I guess now he's like the non-canceled Ashton Kutcher now, but with a deeper voice. I kind of like him.
Yeah.
So can I
was in
understand?
something
Like,
else that I
I don't
thought about
understand.
Yeah.
I heard about this because Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis is not going to return for that '90s show season 2, and apparently they had supported Danny Masterson or whatever,
Oh.
and so maybe is that why they're canceling?
Yeah, because they wrote him character letters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
It turns out, yeah,
I mean,
he did.
no, I mean they wrote it after he was already convicted.
Oh.
They wrote it for lessen his sentencing, which is why people were like super big mad.
Yeah.
And Ashton Kutcher had he was the founder of a what you call it, not fundraiser, charity called Thorn, and it was for like missing and endangered children, I think. And so people were like real mad about that. Like, so he had to step down from that too. Anyway, long story short, it was starring like budget Ashton Kutcher, and it was pretty good. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good.
Honestly, I'm sad that I haven't seen him in more things because, like, he really did the robot move really well. Like, it
Yeah.
was really unsettling, like, to watch him like move around. I'm worried that that's just the way he moves now, and that's why he hasn't been cast in anything else because he did it so fucking good.
Yeah.
You
He
know?
really did.
Yeah. I like the movie.
What's the name of the movie again?
It's called Upgrade.
Upgrade.
It came out in 2018, so I don't give a shit about spoilers.
Oh yeah. What'd you
there-
think of it?
The end, it was kind of abrupt, and I
Yeah.
felt like it was setting up like one last thing, and then it was just like, nah.
We're good.
Yeah, I think we did enough.
Yeah.
In the movie. But there's one scene. So what happens is a guy gets fucked up. It's basically the RoboCop story, right? But all it is one little chip they have to embed into your spinal column, and
His spine gets severed.
yeah, his spine gets
It's
severed.
quadriplegic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he has his whole body, right? His body's not gone. He has his body.
Turn him into RoboCop?
Well, yeah. He
But
like
they put one chip in him, and it turns him. They put a Brooks board, like a fusion, right up in him, and he like turns into the board has like an AI and it has like Siri in it,
Yeah.
and like he talks
Master
to it.
Chief.
Yeah, and he talks to it, and it like you
What
know.
if Cortana was running his body?
Yeah, right. So all he can do is move his neck and his mouth. So Cortana's doing the rest of his body.
All right.
And so it's a pretty decent look at AI, like separating like how AI could work if it got good, right?
Yeah.
And like,
If it got...
well,
the
it
fact that
gets
his
to
name
the
is
point,
Aaron. Instead of Elon, it's Aaron with an L. It's an R. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
and then like it gets to the point to where he's moving around, he's walking, he feels like he's doing it, right? He's controlling it, and he's just like, oh my god, I don't need you, leave me the fucking, like, get out of my head. So it does, and he's a quadriplegic again, and it's like, oh, now you realize how much you're leaning on this thing
Sounds like Black
to just be yourself, right?
Yeah. sounds like-
Eventually he starts to have like a good symbiotic relationship with this AI, and
Hold on.
the
Because he's trying to find out who murdered his wife, right? And the AI
Oh, yeah,
is
yeah.
like, yo, I could help you. And he's like, bet, let's do this.
Yeah.
Right? So they go and do investigating, and the AI was like, and then like he gets caught inside like the guy's house, right? And the AI is like, okay, well, you gotta hide here, wait, and attack. And the guy's like, not attacking. He's like, what are you? It was like, and he's like, you gotta attack now. He's like, I can't do this. I can't attack this guy. And the AI is like, I can do it. Just let me do it. Just give me control. He's like, okay, you can control it. And he does, right? And the AI fucks this guy up. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing the whole time? He's just like...
he's flipping out because he's having to watch it. And he's like,
we want to get information out of this guy. Don't kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Like
at one point,
Venom.
the guy...
Yeah, it's totally that.
It's
It's 100% Venom.
Teresa's like, oh, it looks like an Ashton Kutcher. No, he looks like a Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
100%.
I think with less drugs in his system. I don't know. Tom Hardy just looks like he had done hard drugs at some point and got off of the heroin pretty recently. I don't know. He just has that kind of
figure
look.
out how to
It's
say.
like,
He's British.
I can't do this.
I don't know.
I
But-
can't.
He's British.
Yeah.
Because that's all like, it looks like he's
I
British.
got you.
There's this point where he's like, oh my god, like, Stem is the AI's name. He's like, Stem, this guy has a knife now. And he's like, I know, so do we. And grabs a knife and, like, stabs the guy. And he's like, what the fuck? Yeah.
I feel like the AI's the MVP.
And
Yeah.
he's just like,
And he's like, what the fuck, right? And so he's like, he finishes, and then he goes, he's like, okay, you have control of your body, get back. And he goes and he, like, throws up.
Yeah. Yeah, it was too much, so he pops. So he goes, my favorite part of the movie, he's like, oh man, there's a lot of people here, or there's a couple different assailants, and he's like, here, we'll take out a guy and take their gun. It's like, okay, let's do it. So they do it, and he gets the gun, and he's like, I don't want to kill these people. I don't want to go through and kill these people. Can't we sneak around? And he's like, sure, just, give me access or whatever. And it's when they're going to Aaron's house or whatever. And he picks up 2 guns, and he's like, what do you need 2 of those for? And he's like, okay, we're going to go. 3, 2, 1, or whatever. And he runs around the corner, and he's like trying not to look because he's scared. And he's like, oh my God. But his 2 hands are like spot on, like 9 people. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, don't. Everybody dropping headshots. And he's just like, no, please, okay.
Dude, this is the whole time
It's
he's
hilarious.
Like, they're like torturing this guy for information, right? And he's like, and the AI is like, okay, you get like pick up the knife and cut off his ear. And he's like, I can't do that. And he's like, okay, fine, let me do it. And the whole time it's just showing his face, and he's just like looking away, and you just hear like the slashing sound, the guy yelling.
It's a smart way to do a lot of these things.
I kind of need this AI in my life. Like, can we make this happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Android or
No,
Siri,
right?
whoever gets there first.
I need this Brooks board you speak.
Yeah. All right, yeah, Korean backdash for me.
Definitely sounds like a
Because I can't do it.
Because I can't do it. Anytime I hold backwards, Korean backdash. Thanks.
There was this Black Mirror episode where a mom puts a chip inside her daughter, like at childbirth or whatever, because she wanted like the chip to be like a tracking device or whatever. And it got so
get that
creepy towards the end. Like, as the daughter gets older and stuff like that, she becomes more and more independent. And God damn, I can't remember exactly what happened in that show. It was like the moral of the story was like,
Don't
like,
put a chip
don't
in your
put his-
daughter?
Yeah.
My thing is this. It's like, if you're going to steal my information, at least give me this. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something good for me, like this. But anyway, long story short, AI is, of course, evil. And that's the end.
Yeah, Zach said it well. He said, not really a big plot, solid movie.
Yeah.
It is pretty. I did enjoy it.
Brain off.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Surprisingly good police work.
Halfway on.
I'll be honest. Surprisingly good police work. Like, almost
Yeah.
unbelievable police work.
Oh yeah. My
To be fair.
my real movie review here is more detective work than Batman.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Great movie.
It's seriously like.
Batman.
Yeah, more
Like-
Batman than Batman.
Keep
Great
in-
movie.
I'm just saying, keep in mind the guy's a quadriplegic, right? And the police officer's like, homeboy did it. Like, with what dick? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, what? Also, she looked like a girl we went to high school with. I don't know if you know her, but that's all I could think about. I was like, that makes sense. For me, I think that was like,
Yeah. Sorry.
Denise would do that.
Adam now needs to meet this girl we went to high school with.
I'm just saying, I think she lives in Florida and running like a hotel now as per Facebook, because I looked her up yesterday because she told her, I was like, am I like being weird? I'm like,
Wait,
she totally
are
reminded
you
me of that.
stalking people?
Yeah, because she totally reminded me of this girl I went to high school with.
And had to check and see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember
Just
Yeah.
before we let you go, baby. To
She
play
still
off
looks
of
like that, I guess, is what
to
I'm trying to
play
say.
off of Dap's little comment of "Are you stalking people?"
Yeah.
The
110%.
other day, a conversation came up, and this person was trying to join the scene, and people were like, "Ooh, don't let him join. He has a history of possibly rumored to be a sex offender or some shit like that, right?" And it's
You can case net that shit.
and that's what I said. I was like, they were like, it's kind of hard to figure out somebody's background check or whatever, and I was like, no, it's not. It's literally like Teresa just Googles that shit. Like, and everybody was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, Teresa does it to anyone who comes to my house. So if you don't want us to know something,
You see my Facebook
don't
profile?
don't let Teresa know."
Damn, Teresa, you be stalking my Facebook profile.
Dude, I stalk fucking everybody who steps in the house.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I feel like everybody should know
So
that.
all you be seeing is just me being pissed about the Falcons and stuff.
You see me on the motorcycle being fat with a cigar in my mouth. So
I'm just saying,
Pretty
like,
tight.
Pretty cool.
Pretty tight.
you're talking about stalking people.
I still like that picture, by the way.
I mean, let me just tell you something. So, Kong has been with Sam for 5 years-ish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Has
Right?
it been that long?
crazy, huh?
Yeah. Wild,
crazy.
right?
Oh.
Anyway, I still make sure that his ex-girlfriend is, like, not happy. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Not happy.
Doing worse.
Sorry.
Why are you even worried? First of all,
I just have to make sure she's still miserable.
First of all, that's his ex-girlfriend. Why do you even care?
Because one time I let her borrow my shirt and she never fucking gave it back.
Oh,
Not
oh.
that I can
Damn.
even fit that shirt anymore.
It doesn't matter.
I didn't even fit it then, but it was one of my favorite shirts.
Remind me to
Doesn't
never
matter,
piss
yeah.
Teresa's off or take one of her shirts.
I'm just saying.
I think we've warned you about this before.
Remind me to never take one of her
she
shirts.
I just have to make sure that she's not,
Why?
doing better.
You know, but the thing is, though, who cares?
Doing better than
I
Kong
feel like,
is
if
quite the
I feel like you're
phrase.
just wasting your energy
That's pretty hard.
making sure her life is miserable. So you should just only be worrying making sure that your life is just better than hers.
My life is always going to be better than hers.
And then
Sorry.
don't need to worry about her
has
then.
been hesitant.
Sorry.
So then
I mean,
don't
it's only
worry
because,
about
like,
who's-
I don't make it a thing to, like, cheat on my significant other.
Yeah, man. Like, leave
You
that
don't
girl
be
alone.
shady. You won't. I won't be
God, man,
shady.
Stalker Teresa over here,
She
man.
has a point.
I'm now nervous. Now I gotta be extremely careful
Yeah,
of
that's
what
what's
I
wrong.
say on social. It reminds me why what's his name is banned from here. He who must not be named.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say his name, but
Fucking Zach.
You supposed to not be named. How do y'all think I feel off?
Fuck, dude. Man,
Anyways,
All right,
it was
baby
a
doll.
fun story, Teresa.
thank you for
Thank you.
joining.
Thank you for the movie review.
Thank you for the tea. Thank you for the movie.
Long
review.
story. Y'all should watch it. I enjoyed it.
It's pretty good.
Oh, I'm with it.
Upgrade. I still
Would
need to
watch again.
a bunch of other movies.
Yeah. It wasn't as long. I mean, okay, hold on.
It
I
was
will
nice
say
and
though.
short.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I
it was
should.
quick, dude.
I should preface this by saying that I did enjoy Argyle, so take that how you will. I see like every week on Reddit, somebody's like talking shit on Argyle. I'm like, y'all just didn't get it.
I've never seen either
Well,
of them, so
It is. It's not a great movie.
It was.
It was not a great movie.
Yeah.
It dragged. It was way too long. There were definitely.
It was his
scenes that did
style of
not need
movie,
it.
but worse than Kingsman. You just watch Kingsman.
I like Kingsman. Kingsman was fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Kingsman's great.
I enjoy the hell out of Kingsman. Even the end of it, where people did not like it, and I'm like, I enjoyed that scene.
Sure,
I
I
thought it
enjoyed
was
the
funny as
church
hell.
scene. I enjoyed the church scene.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, the church scene was amazing.
Oh, amazing.
We're talking about the ice skating on
Uh,
knives scene.
Yeah,
It wasn't on ice. It was on oil.
Well, that's what I was saying.
but yeah,
Yeah, oil skating on knives.
Oh yeah.
can you do that? How does
No.
that even work? How does that work?
It doesn't.
But it was funny.
I enjoyed the hell out of that.
but now TV show review. So X-Men
Oh.
'97. Deron,
Oh.
have you been watching any of it?
No, sir.
Oh man, I,
Oh,
can't
do
spoil
it.
I don't want to spoil it.
You can spoil it, brother. I'm not worried about it.
Dude. So X-Men '97 is a continuation of the original X-Men
Oops.
cartoon, right?
That is what I've been told.
Yeah, and so these past few episodes, the first 4 episodes were basically like a reintroduction to the series. Basically, get everybody caught up, like everyone set the tone, show where everything is. Like Professor X is nowhere to be found. It's deceased. Magneto's now the leader of the X-Men, and
Young Eric.
yeah, and there's a lot of cool dichotomy going. Like this Cyclops, now he had a child with Jean Grey, but it turns out that it wasn't Jean Grey.
That's
It was her clone.
Yeah, my say, don't she has clones, right?
Yes.
Madeline Pryor.
Yeah, so now, and then the real Jean Grey actually does show up, and now he has to figure out, like, does he love Jean Grey or does he love the clone?
Isn't that still a
had the baby with it.
It is.
I kind of feel like it's an easy
It
answer.
should be, right? Yeah, but you got two of them now, right?
¿Por qué no los dos?
But,
Bob want to get one free, I guess.
yeah, and and he's also dealing with the issue that Professor X left Magneto, his will and everything.
Because man has a try dash.
Yeah, pretty much instead of him. And then also, you got the mutants are still being hunted by Sentinels, and they're trying to figure out like where the Sentinels are coming from. And then you have trying to think what other storyline. So Storm, she is very powerful, as you know.
I mean, yeah.
Monroe, you know.
Was it
Omega
like,
level.
I must say the Omegas, right?
Yeah, she lost her powers.
How does that even work? How do you lose power?
She got shot with a mutagenic gun by execution.
All right.
So,
That's from the comics, yes.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, she's now struggling
Called
with the fact
Executor
that
Song.
she lost her powers. And then you got on the other side, you got Rogue, Gambit, Magneto love triangle, because
Rogue, Gambit,
Magneto.
Also, comic accurate, yes.
It's comic accurate.
Okay. All right. I mean, Rogue got it.
Because what it is
Rogue
like
got it?
Gambit cannot touch Rogue, as you know, but she does like have feelings for him.
Pretty sure nobody can. Isn't that
Yeah,
the
that's
actual?
what-
Magneto
but
can.
Magneto can.
How can Magneto?
Because he can make a electromagnetic barrier.
So he cheating. That's not fair.
Yeah. But he can touch it.
That's all that matters to Rogue.
Yeah. And she's like,
That's all,
I can feel someone.
I don't care that you're my grandfather.
yeah.
Like you're old enough to be my grandfather.
That's not fair.
You can touch me. So
I mean, sometimes you got to risk it all, bro.
Yeah.
Remy just got to. Hey man, she can just throw kinetic cars now. Bro.
But you know, Remy's down to risk it. He always has.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I'm.
come on, shit.
Exactly. And so the first 4 episodes were pretty cool and everything. Right, it set the tone. The 5th episode, woo-wee, is a banger. It's a banger.
Now, Duran, I know you read comic books. I know you have read comic books.
So I'm not. So yeah, I've tried to. But I've never had the access to them. Although Chad has showed me the website not too long ago and told me to
Gotcha.
All right.
read up on it. So
You just gotta talk to me then.
But to say,
Uh-huh.
something for you.
Yeah, J-Spot has some things.
because I think Lee and them told me to start with fuck, dude.
Are you
Is it
looking?
House of M? Or
are you-
something
yeah,
like
House
that?
of M.
is
Yeah.
good.
If you're looking to start X-Men and you want like a fucking lot to read, I would start with House of M.
Yeah.
Or there's some others. I think there's other spots to start now.
Yeah, that's my Deadly Genesis.
Yeah, I'm always down to read
Schism.
stuff because I just never had the
versus
access to
X-Men.
them. But Chad,
Those you have to lead into.
Yeah.
Chad told me the website.
There's a couple different ways to get around
What
that.
do you
Either
call
way
it?
it goes.
What's the one with Vulcan in it? I forgot what that is.
War of Kings.
Yes.
Yeah, working.
That was pretty good. But anyways, episode 5 adapts a pretty good major storyline in the X-Men comics. Do you know anything about Genosha?
No.
So Genosha is basically a sovereign island for
Okay.
mutants. Basically, mutants found a home where they can live and be away from humans and not be discriminated against.
Nice.
And Magneto has struck a deal with the United Nations for Genosha to be an independent country. Episode 5 hits.
And be
Gambit,
accepted
Rogue.
into the UN.
Magneto go to Genosha, where Magneto's showing the UN everything about what's happening. How they're peaceful, how they're not a threat to humanity or anything like that, right? And the Council of Genosha with Emma Frost, what's his name?
Banshee?
Sebastian Shaw.
Sebastian Shaw,
Yeah, Banshee. Whole bunch of other mutants.
Kurt Wagner.
Yeah, even Nightcrawler, Madeline Pryor, because now she can't be with the
She
X-Men
can't be
anymore.
Jean now.
Yeah, so she's in Genosha now, and so they had this council where they want to put Magneto as the leader of Genosha, which Magneto is like reluctant to do so because he's trying to show everyone he's not a bad guy anymore, and he
Was
doesn't.
he ever a bad guy though?
And he doesn't want to be put in power. Yeah, he doesn't want to be put in power because he's afraid that he'll
He
turn
was a
back.
mutant supremacist.
He's afraid that he'll turn back and abuse that power. So the Council of Genosha were like, just find a mate, find a queen, and
So that's why he's trying to get
Rogue. Yeah, so he tried to convince Rogue to be his queen, and then Rogue is now faced with the dilemma, like, because she kind of wants to be with Gambit, but
Rogue got it though. I mean,
Gambit can't touch her.
Yeah.
Rogue got
Keep
it.
going back to the same thought here.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm not mad at him.
yeah.
He got good taste.
And Gambit, kind of knows the relationship between her and Magneto, and he doesn't want to be the third wheel.
Sometimes you just gotta pull up on Magnus and like, hey,
Yeah.
bro, meet me in the middle of the street. we gotta do it, bro.
Yeah.
My car's against your Magnus.
Yeah.
And your magnetic.
Yeah.
We gotta do it.
Yeah, and so Gambit tells Rogue,
Let me shake your hand.
You gotta slap him one time. You take the glove off. Psh.
yeah, he tells Rogue, he's like, I'm not going to wait for you to make a decision. I'll make it for you. Go be with Magneto.
What?
We'll just be friends.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That saddens me.
Well, because, they dance and he sees
Yeah,
that
seems to kiss
they
him.
can touch. And
Yeah.
he's like, I can't give her that, man.
Yes,
She
you
just
can.
wants to be held.
I would have gave it to her.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Lost all power.
Yeah.
Duran, what happened? Hey, bro. I risked it all.
I gave it to him.
Yeah. I risked it all, bro.
I had to develop myself into a 3-punch. So I had enough time.
So,
But yes, Beyond the
as
Black
the-
Rainbow is
so,
amazing.
as the party is winding down and Rogue actually declines Magneto's invitation, she tells him,
Love that 70s style.
Some things.
I want to be
deeper.
with, some things are deeper than
Skin.
or whatever, yeah. And she actually wants to be with Gambit.
Because a woman,
Yeah.
great taste. Great taste.
And, but then all hell breaks loose.
Did Eric not appreciate that?
No, actually, Magneto was fine with that.
Yeah.
He was actually cool with it.
I get it.
Yeah, exactly. He was cool.
That's fair. That's
But all hell breaks loose. Sentinels arrive. Just starts murking everybody.
smoke
Just,
everybody.
Well, one sentinel that's
yeah.
600 feet tall.
Yeah, exactly. Just one big gigantic sentinel with 3 heads, like that. Basically,
With 3 heads? What kind of sentinels?
That's what I
And a
was-
gigabeam.
Yeah,
he's
they
Sentinels
call
in
it
the
the
Tri-Sentinel.
kaiju sentinel,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's
And
gigantic.
it's
ass sentinel.
huge, and it.
Did you build it yesterday? Like, is it
Oh
something?
man, that's tight.
Did you build it on a Tuesday just randomly?
So, in the story, or in the comic books, it wipes out like 6 million mutants or
Yeah,
some shit.
it just kills
Yeah.
everyone.
And in the
That
cartoon, it does too.
Like, it just starts.
You're
Kill
like
it.
literally
So
you
it's
got
doing its job.
you got 4 episodes.
Morlock's getting murked.
You got 4 episodes of a Saturday morning cartoon, and then all of a sudden you got remember
Banshee got
the
murked.
Red Wedding from
Game of Thrones.
from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It's that shit.
Yeah, Banshee got murked.
Okay.
Nightcrawler almost got murked. They scared us for a second.
We
he almost got murked.
we watched it. I watched it, and it fucked me up.
Yeah, it
Like,
was
for real.
It was really fucked up.
Seeing it. I read the book,
Yeah,
and I knew so, and
You
then
kinda
I
knew it was coming.
I kind of
Yeah,
knew it
kinda
was coming.
Yeah.
I told Phil, because Phil was like, man, he jumped on and he was like, wow, episode 1 and 2 were so good. And I was like, yeah, they're setting a lot up. And he's like, what do you mean? What are they setting up? And I was like, I was like, I think the craziest thing they could do is this story called E for Extinction. And I was like, I doubt they'll do it, but it really looks like they might. And I was like, here's why I think so. And I told him, and then that shit happened. So I knew it was coming because I said it out loud.
yeah.
And as it was unfolding, I was like, oh my God.
They actually did it.
And I lost my shit, crying all over myself. And then, like, so I watched it again. Hit me again. I watched it with my girls. They cried. I cried. Fucking Boba cried.
Damn, the dog caught too.
I tried to tell Teresa about it, and I was just kind of like telling her about it, like beat for beat.
Mm-hmm.
She really cares about Gambit and Rogue, so I was like filling her in on all of that, and like there's some really great stuff. And like then there's like a little conversation between the two of them, and so I quoted some of the shit. I couldn't even get it out. I fucking lost it again, just telling her the story, fucking crying and shit, and like dog.
Let me finish because I haven't finished the episode.
I can't stop, dog.
So I haven't finished. So yeah, the Sentinel's just killing everyone, and Rogue and Magneto and Gambit, they're like.
Don't tell me Remy got cooked, bro. If Remy got cooked, I'm gonna be sad.
They're trying to do a last stand. They're trying to like Magneto even put out this badass quote. He says, "Let's not worry about what we lost. Like let's not
look back on.
Let's not think about what we could have saved."
Yeah, we won't. He said we won't look back on this day thinking what we could have done or what we could have saved.
Yeah. Yeah. And Magneto, man. Bruh, that Sentinel's like Omega level mutant found, pointed his gun towards Magneto.
His mega beam.
and then what's his name? What's the mutant's name? The Morlock's name?
He was there with
Leech.
Leech. Leech was like, cause Magneto, like Leech looked at Magneto like he's a god.
Yeah.
And thinking Magneto's like going to save us and everything.
I mean, he probably should.
And then Magneto's looking at him.
Because he already has several times.
But Magneto's looking at him. It's like, do not be afraid, son. And then
he got cooked. How you gotta be afraid after that. Like,
well, and then you're like, damn,
we
they
don't
just
know
killed.
we got.
So they got killed.
Looks like it.
Yeah, he looked
possibility.
like a guy. Yeah. And so Rogue,
most likely.
So Rogue was actually trying to like help and everything like that, but Magneto like imprisoned her, to try to keep her alive. And she just watches him get murdered, and it was just bad. And so after Magneto gets murdered, allegedly, Rogue just goes ham. She just goes and starts charging towards the Sentinel, and then Gambit was like, "Nah." Like he
come in, one on me.
He stops her. And then goes faces the Sentinel himself. Like this gigantic big ass machine, and then this little old Gambit driving a motorcycle. And then Gambit gets stabbed, and then the mutant or the Sentinel is charging his beam again. And then Gambit is like, remember, the name's Remy LeBeau. Remember it. And then, uses his powers. Like, he literally self-destructs.
Remember the name Gambit.
Yeah, he self-destructs.
He grabs the spike that's appealing him.
He self-destructs to destroy the Sentinel. Yeah.
Why they kill Remy, bro?
Yeah.
Why you hurt my feelings?
It was rough. That episode 5, was like Jason said, the red wedding, basically. It's like, oh shit, they went here.
Remy's the homie, bro.
And then so at the end, the Sentinel's destroyed, and then Rogue finds Gambit's body.
He self-destructed.
He did, but
he got stabbed by a tentacle thing.
Yeah.
And he used his whole body to charge up the entire Sentinel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And he blows up the whole fucking island.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
That's pretty sick, actually.
Yeah, hell yeah.
No, the scene was amazing. It was beautiful.
Because they should pan out and show him the whole island.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful, man.
Damn, kinetic energy like that?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was like.
Because he's Omega level too, actually.
Gambit was the truth. I like Gambit, but I wasn't really cool with Gambit like that.
I love me some Gambit.
I was like, Gambit's alright. But then I was like, oh shit, damn, Gambit's gonna actually jump up in the popularity post now.
Well,
Gambit did nice though.
Yeah.
Later that he had been always or he had some kind of mental block from his youth that prevented him from really using his power, and that he's actually Omega level himself, because there's kind of no limit to how much he can charge something.
Yeah, exactly. He was pretty cool, man.
Ridiculous ass Sentinel.
Yeah.
That if he really wants to, he could blow up the world.
And so, yeah, man, that episode was really, really cool. And in the meantime, the rest of the X-Men are just watching. They're watching this happened. Like, it was on the news. They weren't there.
See, that's crazy. Because I was just thinking, like, as a human, right? Why you just fucking with the mutants, right? Like, why they just chilling? And then you just said that this man could just blow up the earth. With
Yeah, dude. And that's where this is where it comes down to. So as this was going on, right? So in the X Mansion, they're hosting a news reporter.
She's doing interviews.
They're doing interviews with the X-Men. You know, just trying to give them updates about like what's going on with all that stuff, right? And as this is going on, like Cyclops and Jean Grey, the real Jean Grey, they're like trying to reconcile, right? They're trying to like figure out how to move forward. While they're doing this, Cyclops is having a psychic affair with Madeline Pryor.
Hey, this is a kid's cartoon, dog.
Yeah.
Yo, to hear
you seem to scratch
to hear Kitty go, wait, how? What's that? They're in his brain. I said they're in his mind. She's like, oh, so like, he's thinking about kissing her, and I was like, yeah, and she was like, but so that makes the same her mad, and I was like, yeah. And she was like, I'd be mad. I'm just like, yeah, okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Fucking,
That's
that
fair.
makes the same her mad.
Yeah. So like, because the real Jean Grey, she got kidnapped by Mr. Sinister, and she doesn't know what's her memories. Like, what memories are actually hers or real, or Madeline Pryor's? Because she doesn't remember having a child. She never did.
Oh, because she didn't, right?
Exactly. And so, but she's like, she doesn't even know anymore if she actually loves Cyclops. She doesn't even know. Like, it's in her memories.
And she's like, I want to be mad at you, but you didn't know.
Exactly.
I mean, it's Scott Summers. You can find better. It's okay.
And so that's the thing. That's the thing. So Wolverine, Wolverine has a thing for Jean Grey too, right?
I don't like that guy either.
So Wolverine, is kind of stepping in. It's like, this is kind of my chance.
Yeah. Hey, there's two of them now. I got one.
Like, we can share. Like, hey,
Exactly.
you keep your beam to yourself next time.
Yeah. And so now, like, Jean Grey's kind of actually like falling in love with Wolverine, which is kind of weird. Like, she actually kissed him, and so she technically cheated on Cyclops. Before
that's already been.
Had the psychic.
Yeah.
So I mean, she kissed Wolverine.
I kind of feel like Jean could do better than both, but who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? I mean, we got Omega Sentinels out here killing the best characters.
And so,
There's
like,
a scene like that where
we definitely should have said spoiler warning for anybody.
yeah,
I know, right?
my bad. But
that didn't just spoil like the biggest thing.
Yeah.
He spoiled like everything.
Yeah, and so now,
You know what? Hero has beef with that.
Oh, why? Because it's Spy Family?
Because he spoiled Spy Family for her.
I did not spoil Spy
Why you
Family
spoil
for her.
Apparently you did.
I did not. She didn't even know.
She lets everybody know. She's like, yeah.
I mean, she don't even know what I was talking about.
She'll even be like,
She know not.
she'll be like, this is really cool, but I don't want to tell you about it because I don't want to be like that.
Wow.
That is a very,
She
very
don't even know what I'm
intelligent
talking
girl.
about, though.
That is a very intelligent girl.
Thank you.
A very intelligent girl.
I'm gonna get a beverage. Anybody?
Nah, I'm good.
Water?
Water? I got you.
My
All right,
man.
I'll be right back.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
I'm good.
I got my mic off.
But anyways,
keep going.
so as this was happening, so the interview is still going on, right? The reporter is still there.
Yeah.
So she actually hears about the affair and everything like that. She's like, "Wait, you're having?"
Why she?
an affair with
Yeah,
your own
because Jean blows up.
Yeah. She's like, Jean Grey's pissed because she's like, "Dawg, do you love me or the clone? Fuck."
I mean, that's probably not the right person
and
to
then
piss
Cyclops
off.
is like, "Do you even love me, or do you just love the memory of me?" And like, he kind of has a point there too.
She had my child, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Mother of my
And,
child.
Yeah.
Like, what you want me to say?
Yeah. And so like,
I thought it was you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And so Cyclops now is being interviewed, and the reporter is like, like, you're the leader of the X-Men, and you like, how do you stay
sir.
like, in control of everything and all
I
that
don't.
stuff? And bro, like, he just goes off. He's like, he tries to be nice, right? He tries to like, do the whole like, how the athletes are when they get interviewed. They
It's
do
like
the
when
coach
you
speak, right?
It's like when you ask somebody after they just lost Evo, like, bro, how you feel about losing Evo?
Yeah. Cyclops tries to do the coach speak, just try to give her the pleasantries, right? Say, everything's cool, we're good, and like she's like, she keeps prying. It's like, no, tell us what's really going on. And then Cyclops like,
You know what?
I will tell you.
I got you. Say no more.
You know what? Like, we're being persecuted. We're trying to protect y'all, but everyone hates us. We're doing our best. I just had my baby taken to the future where I can't even raise him. I can't even see him.
They're not taken away. Taken to the future.
Yes.
I have zero access.
Yeah. It's like, you have no idea what links we go to protect people like you. Like, people like you.
Talk to him, Scott. Yeah. Talk to him, Scott.
And like,
sound the real Magneto.
He might have had a point.
If you've ever like
rough,
been like, oh, Cyclops, he's kind of a bitch, or like they make him look like a bitch.
Yeah.
This series fixes that.
Yeah.
Like hella.
Can they fix that?
Boy,
Yeah.
dude!
Awesome.
In the first 2 minutes of the show, they
it's
fix that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, Cyclops is legit.
They make Cyclops into a fucking superhero in 2 minutes.
And,
2 minutes.
And so dude, like they're setting up Cyclops to be like the next Magneto. Like they're setting up because like there's another X-Men storyline called Schism, right? Where like Cyclops now is becoming more jaded with humanity. He's like kind of like, man, fuck this shit.
He's
fuck
still
y'all.
willing to work with them, but
Yes.
he's much more.
It's on his terms, not on like.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
So he's
like
starting to be more like Magneto, essentially.
Yeah, he's like, we can be peaceful as long as you agree to mutant terms, not our terms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Wolverine, Wolverine's like, man.
I've never liked Wolverine.
Yeah. Wolverine's still like, following Charles Xavier's dream of coexistence and stuff like that. He still wants mutants and humans to be like together and all that stuff. Yeah. But he also like, and the Cyclops is like, bruh, did you just see what happened to Genosha?
Did you not just see this?
Yeah, Cyclops like, did you not just see what happened to Genosha? No, we need our people to protect each other, and we need soldiers. And then Wolverine's like, oh, okay, that's a little too far now.
This is comic books now. He's not. This is not what happened in the show.
Yeah, it's not happening in the show.
It's not the show.
Yeah, this is comic books.
I'm like, bro, did you not see that Sentinel?
Yeah. And so Wolverine's like, we're still teachers. We're trying to teach these students, and we're not making them soldiers. And then Cyclops disagrees, and they have this divide where like people who agree with Cyclops, they rock with him, they roll with him, and then people who agree with Wolverine,
Young Masaki.
Yeah, what's up, Masaki? Yeah, people
that,
who agree
that's telling all things X-Men right now.
He out here spoiling.
All the way, dog. Spoiling comics, spoiling TV shows. We're all everywhere.
Indeed. Sorry, guys.
You're good.
And so like people who agree with Wolverine, they stay at the expansion, right? Professor X, and then Wolverine becomes the new headmaster or whatever. And
I've never agreed with Cyclops in my life. I agree with him right now.
Yeah, a lot of people. Dude, there's this whole saying that Cyclops is right. Like like it's literally like it became a meme and it became viral. Yeah. Like now it's like even in the comics now.
I mean, you're kind of right. It's like right now, you're kind of right.
Because there were kind of three camps of thought. There was
because
Xavier, Magneto, and then Cyclops, kind of in the middle, but more towards Magneto's side.
Yeah, no, because like what happened? Because in the comics, House of M also happened too.
Yeah.
So not just because of the Genosha massacre, but House of M got rid of a shit ton of mutants.
The Genosha massacre. That sounds so violent, bro.
It was violent.
They killed my man, bro.
They don't want to call it Holocaust.
Yeah,
that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, and so, bruh, it's rough, man, and like.
I couldn't be a mutant. I would have spoke to people.
Yes, and
be real hard not to be.
100%.
Yeah, Wolverine and Cyclops get into a fight in the comics, so they like fight it out and stuff like that. Nobody wins.
Of course not. Of course not.
Yeah, they just end up.
Cyclops should cook that boy. He should never get in.
Yeah.
Ever. Like, hold this beam, bro.
I mean, that was kind of what happened. Like Cyclops was just just
beaming the flesh off of him.
Yeah, just beam spamming him.
As he should.
Yeah.
Like, why would I fight you up close when you got claws? Like, bro, I got this beam, bro. That's stupid.
Yeah. Well, stupid.
As well, Scott is actually super good hand to hand. He's not Wolverine good.
Yeah, I'm not about to risk
Wolverine's the
that.
one who taught him.
Wolverine good is just I'll keep throwing myself at it.
Well, he's supposed to be really good.
Whether or not he is, when it comes down to it, you
Yeah.
know, I'm fighting the Hulk.
Well,
I can't be strong, but I can keep throwing myself at him.
I just
Yeah,
remember
I'll just
Malcolm
keep
telling
cutting
me
him
a
until I
long
get
time
in.
ago, Wolverine like went toe to toe with Magneto one time, and I was like, how? That makes no sense. That should be a 10-0 matchup.
Well, it was until he was bone close.
See, that's dumb.
But even then,
I don't like Wolverine. We don't like Logan around here. Well, I do.
I've never liked Wolverine until the story Schism that Dap was just telling you about.
Yeah.
That story,
So, like,
it makes him much more of a character.
a human character.
And
yeah.
like they were going through this whole thing of like at that time in the comics they were like, okay, here's all this omega level mutant stuff, and all these different characters. You know what? If you fully imagine them, they're omega level. This one, you're omega level. You're omega level. And they're like, Wolverine is not.
no.
So they go through this whole story of like,
You're
but
Omega level.
but how could we
Omega.
get Wolverine to be omega level? And they go through this whole series of things where Shield is just like, hey, it's Thursday, you got a couple days off? And he's like, yeah, sure. And it's like, we're gonna drown you and see what happens. It's like, okay, sounds good. You know,
Nice.
we're gonna put you on this. We're gonna give you like, you know,
Crazy treadmill.
yeah, this crazy treadmill, and you're just gonna keep running, and we're gonna turn up resistance, and then we're gonna turn up pressure, and then we're gonna do all this other shit to continually tear your legs to see how far you can really go. We want to know your limits. And he's like, me too. Let's go. So like they turn him into this crazy thing,
Is he a Super Saiyan?
and
Like,
then he learns. So
Well,
it's,
basically, he
well,
heals so fast, you just hurt yourself
Yeah.
until you get gigantic.
it's the
Like
idea
a
of like when you muscle build, right? You have to tear your muscles,
muscles,
and then you
right.
have to
and they
regrow them.
Right.
Right?
They
So
repaired themselves.
since he can do it so quickly, what he learns from the whole thing is, oh, if I need to go faster, jump higher, I just need to hurt myself this way.
Yeah.
And then in seconds, I'll be able to do it. If I need to be able to cut through this thing that can't be cut through, I just need to do it this way to reinforce my muscles and bones. And then in a couple seconds, I'll be able to
Sound
do
like
it.
how they tried to do that. That sounds cool. Don't get me wrong.
But at the same
I would
time,
rather just do this. Ha, bitch, hold this
at
beat.
the same time, he's going through all this. Professor X is like, all right, we're gonna start repairing your brain, and we're gonna start repairing your amnesia, and we're gonna start repairing your personality.
So he gets smarter.
He not just becomes smarter, but he starts remembering, and based off of the things he's remembering, he starts learning, and then like he starts putting stuff together. And
Actually
he's
becoming wise.
yeah, he starts becoming like the wise man since he's so old. Instead of just being like, I'm gonna stab things, he turns into like a completely different person because he brings his personality back that we've never seen in the comics, and he turns into a character that like is pretty cool, and that's why he hesitates, and that's why he's like, we're not gonna make children into soldiers. And like everybody's like, out of everybody who would have been down for this, aren't you the dude? And he's like, well, not no more,
Yeah.
right?
I've been,
just see what happened?
like Wolverine's like, I've been in these wars.
Yeah, he's like, I've been through all these wars where, you know, in the end, nobody's actually right.
Yeah.
And it's
Nobody
like,
actually
who
wins.
who are you to say what's right, type thing, right?
And so all this happens
Yes,
before.
Okay, that sounds
Avengers-
interesting. I'm not gonna
Avengers
That's
ver-
that's one of the stories. This is all
before
kind of
Avengers
intertwined.
versus X-Men. So Avengers versus X-Men, it
So
happens.
hold on though, I'm gonna bring us back.
Yeah.
Okay. They do E for Extinction in one. They do the Genosha Mutant Massacre, Savage Land, and
House of M.
and E for Extinction, all at the same time in one episode. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's well done.
Oh, you talking about this?
I'm talking about the cartoon.
They're just
Yeah.
killing everybody. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying these are the story points if you were to go through and read like event by event instead of just reading like monthly comics. They do 3 big events in one episode and they do it amazingly.
Yes.
okay.
Then
'Cause I was gonna get to it eventually.
Yeah, no, you should. It's real good. This week's episode was hella good. Let's not spoil it.
Okay.
It was hella good
He
though.
told me I could.
I was.
Oh no, he told you could.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna draw the line for this week's
Alright,
episode.
Okay. But can I continue the comics storyline though?
Are you? I mean,
I'm
we
gonna go to Adventures vs X-Men.
nah.
Alright.
If we draw the line.
Alright.
So good, read it.
I know. I love it so much. I can just tell these stories all day. But I mean, I don't know. Why not? I don't know. Duran, do you want to hear Dap continue tell you about comic books?
I mean, it seems like he's enjoying it. I mean, to be honest with you, I feel because I'm kind of an old man. Like by the time I get to reading some of this stuff,
Yeah, you're gonna forget anyways.
I'm gonna recollect it as it's happening. Like, oh
All
shit, that's what they're talking about. But I'm not gonna be like, oh man.
Yeah.
Alright, it's last thing.
All right, do it. No, go for it, Dap. Go for it.
So-
I think that's the A-OK right
Alright.
there.
You're good. Go
So
ahead.
now Schism happened, right? So Cyclops is now leading his own group of people.
Oh, hold on. I gotta answer this thing in the chat. All right. So Masaki said Cyclops basically has portals in his eyes, and yes, that's correct.
That
He
is
has
true.
he has portals to a dimension
Yeah,
that
to a
is
dimension, yeah.
that is pure energy or pure
It's called the
concussive
punch,
energy.
Yeah, it's called the punch dimension, I believe.
Yeah.
Punch dimension.
Is that actually a thing?
It is,
100.
yes.
Yeah, he doesn't shoot laser beams. He
Yeah.
doesn't shoot.
That's so
He
much
doesn't shoot
uncool.
fire.
Yeah.
He
It's
shoots.
just kinetic energy.
It's concussive energy.
Concussive, yeah.
So that sounds cool, but I just like I shoot beams, bro. Like
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
not
he
necessarily-
does shoot beams, but it's
but it's
a,
not heat.
It's
not
a
heat,
push.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just pushes you.
So like when Adam said he's like literally beaming off
Yeah, Wolverine.
Wolverine's flesh, think of a punch so hard it tore your flesh off your skeleton.
Yeah.
That's Cyclops.
It's like a
Now it's
fire
cool
hose,
again.
but just like energy.
Yeah.
So that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. That is pretty dope.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like Cyclops and Wolverine are now no longer together. Like Cyclops is leading his
they broke
own
up. They
group
got
in,
CS
in,
people
in,
now.
was it in San Francisco. That's
Yes.
where his, new base was.
Yes.
Yeah, San Francisco.
I mean, he likes my man's wife. Like,
Yeah.
I can't be cool with him either. Like,
Yeah, that's something that is, at the end of Schism, like that's basically what Wolverine Cyclops told Wolverine, like she never loved you, and Wolverine got pissed.
That's so
like,
rude.
Like,
Wolverine's
it
like,
was.
So,
I could have
Yeah.
taken it if
Yeah.
I'd wanted to.
Yeah, like Wolverine was really pissed when he said that. Like,
Again,
she
that's
never
why you
loved-
just.
But you know what Wolverine did in retaliation? So he renamed Charles Xavier's Institute to Jean Grace. He renamed the school.
Hey, why everybody gotta be petty, bro?
Because it's X-Men.
Did I not see this big ass Sentinel just smoke everybody?
X-Men
It's a soap drama.
does like
It's
a
soap.
few things, right? It's cool powers, cool backflips, cool fights,
I like all of that.
soap opera.
Yeah, so far.
100% soap opera. That's all it is.
Okay, that's
It's
fair.
so good.
Telenovelas.
Love me some X-Men comics.
Yeah, it's like, she never loved you. Like, okay, all right.
That's so
bet.
rude.
Man,
You know,
that's so
But-
wild.
we named the school after her. Yeah.
So okay,
Wolverine's
just
like,
just
I
just for a
could've, I
timeline
wanted
check
to.
real quick.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
This is 2015. 2014. Sorry, this is 2014.
Yeah.
All these stories we told you are
They're pretty recent.
are between 2008 and 2014.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're pretty recent. Yeah. And so like.
Other than the cartoon, obviously,
Yeah.
cartoon jumped all over the place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, cartoons all over. Yeah, crazy all over. Because even like the original series was adapting so many different
Yeah.
storylines too.
Like hella quick too.
Yeah. And so now, Wolverine's doing his own school, right? The Phoenix Force comes back into play.
You remember?
So,
you remember Ben Ra and Liquid?
Yes, because look, so Liquid played Rufus and Ben Ra used to play Tekken and was not very good at it. He used to talk shit like he was. But
So-
yes,
They read hella comics, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I read hella comics, and we didn't really like chit chat at all. But they were saying something, and they're like, "Oh God, I just read the new X-Men, and like I can't read this shit. It's so bad." And I was like so in. I was all the way in, and I was like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about?" We kind of went,
Uncultured swine.
yeah, we went back and forth about it.
Yeah.
And Ben Ra got to the point he was like, "Man, Josh, let's leave. We don't need to be here. This kid doesn't know what he's talking about." And I was just like,
Yeah, just exit stage left.
yeah, I was just like, God damn, all right. I mean, we could just play Street Fighter though.
What was that deep?
That's funny, man.
And now that you mention it, I think you can see them being like that.
Yeah. Josh was cool as fuck. He was really helping me learn how to play.
Mm-hmm.
4, that is.
The boy Liquid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to what I was saying.
Before was rude.
But this is one of those storylines that everybody's like, Marvel lost their fucking mind.
Yeah, because it goes crazy. So
it's fucking great. I
Phoenix,
loved it.
yeah, the Phoenix Force comes out of nowhere to terrorize people all over again.
Know what the Phoenix Force does?
Yeah, and
Man, Dap, you're fucking this up, dog. All right, so all right, House of M.
Yep.
House of M.
Yep.
Storyline. They have.
I was going to get there.
What's her name?
Let me get there. Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Wanda Maximoff.
Wanda
She
Maximoff.
basically says no more mutants.
Wanda's having a fucking dream.
Yeah, she's having
Right?
a seizure.
So
And-
Wanda's the one that made that TV show about, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
WandaVision.
Yeah, WandaVision.
So she can change reality,
That's
right?
cheap.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Scarlet
Professor
Witch
X.
is Magneto's daughter. Right?
Correct.
Yes.
In the comics,
Okay,
yes.
she broke as fuck too, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
because she can just change
Change
reality.
reality. Yeah, she can
She
change.
just
So-
changes reality.
So Professor X is like, that's too dangerous.
Yeah.
And they were actually thinking about killing her.
Everybody's thinking about killing her, and he's like, wait, I can put her in a coma forever, right? So he does. He literally
Like,
makes
that's better.
he adds a wing to the X mansion, locks her ass in a room, puts her ass to sleep
But
forever.
Magneto's like, I can't do this to my daughter.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of.
So they start strifing about it between each other and having all these arguments.
Yeah.
And while they're doing so, it's enough emotion to start waking her up a bit. And as she's waking up, she's having this dream, and the dream is wild, right? And the mutants are making everything so bad, and she's like, "Oh my god, this shit would never happen if there just never were any mutants. Oh, there should just never be any mutants. I wish there were no more mutants." And she's talking in her sleep, and she makes it happen. And it takes all the billions of mutants and turns it down to like
Well, before that
30.
happens, she creates an alternate reality.
no one gives a shit about that.
I love this story.
Don't even read that shit.
No, this is awesome. The alternate reality. So, like, the mutants are not evil anymore. They're actually celebrated.
It don't even matter.
Shush. Spider-Man, Peter
daydream.
Parker gets Uncle Ben back. And he's still
Nobody
Spider-Man.
cares. Don't
Shut
worry.
up. He's a popular TV star.
Don't even matter.
Shut up! Let me talk about it. Wolverine is now an agent. He's actually the leader of Shield. Like he's the Nick Fury or whatever.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
everybody basically gets their wish.
Oh,
come true.
wow.
Everyone essentially gets their wish come true. But then Wolverine, for some reason, he's able to remember what is actually real. Like he knows that he's not the leader of Shield. He knows that Spider-Man is a menace. He knows that mutants are supposed to be persecuted, and he wants everything to go back to the way it was. So he finds this other mutant who's able to give people back their original memories. And him and this girl goes and finds all the other heroes, turn them back to the way it was. Dude, Peter Parker, he broke down. Dog, he broke down when he found out the truth. Like it was
I'm not much of a Peter.
It don't matter. It's in her fucking dream. It don't matter at all. Okay, so that's the
So
end
they
of.
stop. Yeah, so they end up stopping.
There ain't nothing
it.
else important in
But he
2008.
says no more. Yeah, like he
Back
said-
to 2014.
So, yeah.
So since then, there haven't been that many mutants, and that actually, from a storytelling point of view, is really good for the mutants because it makes them more important.
Yeah, because now they're endangered species.
There's no more like mutant of the week, and then also like
Because there were getting to be too many.
the idea of like, oh, we're being persecuted. It makes a lot more sense when you're on the endangered species list.
I got a question.
Yeah.
How in the hell do you survive this ridiculous mutant like who alters reality in her sleep? Who's just like, yo, dog, I just hope all y'all are gone. Y'all, poof, they're gone. How do you recover from that? I feel like
That's a good question.
How does that
So
work?
That's a really good question.
no mutants are born after this, and for whatever reason,
Yeah, I guess.
for whatever reason, they say like certain mutants are okay, and they try to turn it into like the
popular
ones that she really cared about, the popular characters. And so they try to work it out to say like, okay, there are some mutants, but not all mutants. But the thing is like
There's no more mutants.
no new mutants are made,
Except for one.
and then
Except
all of
for
a sudden
one.
there's one
There's one.
called
Hope Summers.
They name her Hope Summers. It's not a real name, and they call her Hope Summers. Cable comes and is like,
She's like,
"Hey, I'm
adopted
from the fucking future. This Hope Summers chick, this is a big deal. You know, this changes timelines. If she's actually a mutant, this is a big fucking deal." So they're like, "All right, Cable, you take her and you teach her. You teach her how to be a proper mutant in the future, you know, where it's all bad or whatever." So like, okay, cool. After Hope, there are no more New Mutants. That's it. But then,
the Phoenix Force.
all of a sudden, there's a Phoenix Force. The Phoenix Force is like, "Oh hey, look at that red hair bitch. I like red hair bitches. I'm gonna go get me some."
Hope Summers. Yeah.
So she comes down, or the Phoenix is coming, right? So at this point, everybody's like smart now. We've seen the Phoenix a couple different times. It's tried to destroy the world a few different times. It's made the world a better place each time. Yeah, and Tony Stark's like, "Hey, I see that you see this blip on this sonar, this radar out in outer space. That's the Phoenix Force. Let's blow it up."
Yeah.
And everybody's like, "Yeah, it sounds like a real good idea. Let's blow that shit up." So they're all gonna blow all the Avengers.
Makes a suit of armor for any type of
Makes
problem.
a buster.
He makes a suit to deal with whatever issue that comes up, like the Hulk Buster,
X-Buster.
yeah,
Thor Buster.
So Thor Buster. So he made
Phoenix Force?
he made a Phoenix Buster.
How do you make this phenomenon that destroyed? How do you just make a
Because
regular?
it's Tony Stark. He built a suit in a cave with a box of
Never
scraps.
works. And this buster doesn't work either.
I'm about to say, why do you depend on this man? Like,
Trace Buster.
Trace
He's
Busta.
It's Tony Stark. So
good job, Tony.
So the Avengers and the X-Men are fighting for control of the Phoenix Force. Like
Yeah,
Cyclops,
everybody's like,
you know, this is
"Hey,
at this
this
point.
is gonna happen," and so the Avengers come to the X-Men and they're like, "Hey,
Yeah.
listen, this is what we're thinking. What do you guys think?
And
We would
Cyclops-
like to work together."
And
And
Cyclops-
Cyclops is like, "Get the fuck off my island."
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Captain
gonna-
America, the middle finger.
Yeah, he's like, "Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, Scott.
You're not touching mutants, and you're not dealing with mutant agenda.
We're not part
Get
of
out
the
of here."
Fight.
Yeah, he's
We're
like,
gonna
"We're
do
not
our
Avengers. You can fuck off."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Don't do this, Scott.
What are we doing?
Don't fucking do this shit." And he's like, "Get off my island." So they have a big fucking fight. And then it's like, good guys, bad guys, shit don't matter, because now all the mutants are aligned. Because they're like, the Phoenix is coming back, and every time the Phoenix comes back,
Shit happens.
shit gets better for us mutants. So we could probably use the Phoenix to fix this whole Wanda Maximoff shit. So let's get more mutants. We can do it. We can get the Phoenix to do it. We'll control it this time. We understand it's coming. We've lost 2 Jean Greys to this. We can lose. We won't lose a third. We got this shit. We're gonna train her.
Another one? There's
Well, Hope Summers,
Well,
essentially.
it's the Hope.
there's Jean Grey
yeah.
and Madeline Pryor
And Rachel Summers.
and Rachel
Oh,
Summers.
yeah.
Oh.
And now there's Hope Summers. So
there's so
Hope's powers.
Loves redheaded girls.
Hope's
gotta
power
be
is
redheaded?
that she can.
So far, yes.
She can absorb mutants, right?
Yeah, she can absorb and copy, basically like Rogue, but it's on
Better.
it's on a different level because she can get into like your mind.
like the
Like,
genetic side of it or whatever. Like,
yeah, she'll basically copy your genes and for a moment of time.
Huh, that's kind of cheap.
And oh yeah, dude, it's deep. But like, so they can like hype her up with a bunch of different mutants all at once. She can like take a whole bunch of
So
them.
she can do it at the same time.
She can cocktail that shit.
That's pretty dope.
So they're like, we're gonna make her super strong. We're gonna teach her super well. We're gonna send her to the future with Cable so she can learn about the Resistance and all that shit. And we can, we're gonna be ready for this shit.
So you creating a super mutant.
They're gonna create an Omega level mutant, and an Omega level mutant is gonna take on the Phoenix Force. And the Avengers are like, nah, dog, fuck that. So they're gonna fight because they're like, last time that shit was here, they were gonna get rid of all the humans. And Scott's like, sounds like a good idea. Like, I'm not sure if you remember last time, we were like, hey, let's fix this whole mutant thing. And then Wanda got rid of the mutants, and you guys were like, thank God. It's like, I remember.
It's like, it's like, it's not our problem anymore.
I came to you for help.
That's essentially what the Avengers is like.
Hey, Scott might be on to something.
But the
dog.
Avengers were dealing with their own shit. But
Oh, yeah, the Avengers had shit going on.
so that's why they were able to help.
Oh, Scott might be on to something.
So, so I mean, the story unfolds. The Phoenix comes. Tony tries to shoot it, and instead of it dying,
Good
it
job,
splits. It splits into 5, And when it splits into 5, it goes into 5 different hosts. And it's
Cyclops.
Cyclops, Emma Frost, Magic, Colossus, and Namor. And it's tight.
Yeah, it's really dope.
It's
really
so
dope.
good.
Yeah, they just do it all sorts of
You know how you
crazy
said,
bullshit.
like, how come X-Men's always just about some petty shit?
Yeah.
Namor gets the power and is like, oh, whoa, I get it now. Like, this is power. I've never known power. This is power. And they're like, yeah, dude. And he's like, I'll be right back. Excuse me. He goes directly to Wakanda and is like,
the whole shit.
y'all remember how you told me to stay in the ocean? And he's like, I promise, I will. I won't fuck with you guys. Never again. I'm sorry for everything I did. And they're like, I don't trust you. And he's like, yeah. And he flies away. And a wave comes and consumes Wakanda, and Wakanda's gone.
Browns Wakanda.
That's rude.
At the time, Storm is married to Black Panther.
Yeah,
He's married to T'Challa, and Storm flies into T'Challa, and she's like, I got the X-Men on the way. I can't believe this just happened. This shit is unfolding so quickly. We're here to help. And he's like, excellent, cool. Get everybody out that you can. Evacuate everybody. Also, you need to go talk to the High Priest. And she's like, why? What's up? And he's like, the High Priest annulled our marriage. And she's like, but you're the High Priest. And he's like, peace, bitch.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's straight up like, fuck mutants, humans forever. And it like, basically every turn in the story turns into that. It's like some petty shit between a mutant and a human, and it's just bad.
Scott's right.
Yeah,
From
so
the mutant
but
point of
it
view,
gets
yep.
worse. So the Avengers.
It gets worse.
Oh boy.
It gets worse.
Oh, it gets worse.
So yeah, so the Avengers are just trying to figure out how to solve
Yo,
this
what's up,
new
Riley?
problem that Tony Stark created.
What up,
What's
yeah?
going on?
Good job, Tony.
Yeah, and
Young
so
Riles.
in the meantime, the 5 Phoenix X-Men or whatever, they're just doing it.
Phoenix Forces.
The-
Yeah.
the-
Yeah,
the
they're
Phoenix
just
Force
doing their
5.
own shit. They're like literally just doing their own shit nowadays because no one can tell them nothing anymore.
I mean, I would be too. To be honest
No,
with you.
I mean, but that's right. Like they're really like doing their own thing. Like, Magic is going around.
Man, drawn to Wakanda, bro.
Magic's going around fucking with Magic users because she's always been held to like Velasco or whatever. So she's fucking with people who use Magic, and she's just like, I don't need Magic no more. Look at me, fucking, I'm this. I don't need that shit. And she's like, I can do it on my own without you. And so she just goes and starts like defeating and destroying all the sources that give people magic. And
Why she
Yeah.
fucking up for everybody else?
oh yeah,
That's
because
rude.
she's like, fuck y'all. You humans think you can be something powerful.
But y'all
Us
not.
mutants, we don't need magic to be powerful. Look at me, right?
That's fair.
And so Colossus, he sees there's this character from the Hulk comic books called Zizzax.
Yeah.
He's this big electrical being, and he goes and he sees that Zizzax is like doing some shit, and he goes and like just intimidates him, and it's like, let's have a talk. And they're like buzz or whatever because they don't speak words, and he's like, but he can communicate to him.
Okay.
And he's like, listen. And they go and they sit down on a hill, and he's like, I want you to use all your power, and you're gonna help the entire Eastern Bloc, like European, Russian bloc, right? Russian Eastern Bloc. So they give power, and he's like, we're gonna like rebuild the entire thing. And Zizek's like, yeah, don't kill me. Yeah, sure.
Colossus is like one of the only 5. One of the only 5 who's actually trying to do good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually trying to do good.
Even though he's doing it super intimidating.
Yeah, it's all like you could die, or
You
You
just
could
do
help
what I
me
tell you. Yeah.
accomplish my vision.
Yeah,
it's like this is good for both of us.
Yeah.
You could die though. Just be warned.
yeah, and then
I mean,
Cyclops.
you're gonna do what I want, but
Hey, Riley wants to know if we've had a good jork today.
What the fuck is that?
jorking my peanuts.
You jork your peanuts today?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I
Perfect.
I refuse to know what that is.
All right, I refuse to know.
mean, I could just say yeah, but I don't want people to look at me funny.
Yeah.
Can you have a jork your peanuts today?
Penis.
In the stripped club.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part of the
and
meme.
like similar to what Colossus was doing, Cyclops was also doing the same thing, but like more intimidation. Like he was, what do you call it? What's those people that extortion? Yeah, extortion.
Extortion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Cyclops is
starts
definitely doing it
slowly-
by force.
yeah, and he's slowly, abusing his powers and all that stuff. And like Emma Frost is
She bad.
like,
She
always has been.
Emma Frost.
I can't really say much.
Emma got it.
Emma Frost is all about like
Yeah.
having sex with people in their brains,
What?
and then like letting other people know about it.
Yeah.
That's what she's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she has the Phoenix power, she's like, I can do it to more
Yeah,
people, like
yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah,
Like,
she
I'm so
goes
good
up-
at this.
I'm so good at this.
Just bump that shit up to 11.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and so eventually the Avengers find a way to stop the Phoenix Force, and it will stop the Five, and so Hope Summers is still the one that is going to be taking the powers. Like the Avengers kind of agree. It's like, yeah, Hope, you probably should take control.
Oh, so it's a good idea now, is what you're saying.
Yeah, now that our plan didn't work, it's a good idea.
It's a good idea now.
It's classic Tony Stark. Teresa's favorite.
Good old Tony.
Yeah, and,
Fixing the problem you created.
but before that happens, Professor X comes out of nowhere. I forgot what happened with him because
Yeah.
he literally just comes out of nowhere. He's walking, and I'm like, how the fuck? What is this? He's walking. He comes out of nowhere, and he tries to like convince Cyclops to give up the Phoenix Force because at that point, all the other four lost their powers, and now Cyclops has the entire.
Well, yeah,
Phoenix
because
Force.
every time one of them lost it, it would distribute amongst the others
Yeah.
until it's just Cyclops.
Yeah.
And so he's got the whole Phoenix
He
Force
has the
back.
whole Phoenix Force all to himself now. Yeah. And-
Night, baby
Good
dog.
night, Teresa. And so Professor X comes
Love
and
you.
tries to be like, yo, I'm your father figure. Listen to what your dad is telling you.
Hell no. Hold this bean.
And that's exactly what happened.
You know what? This guy, summary guy's pretty
You know
hard.
what? I've listened to you. It hasn't worked.
The way it plays out
This
is
guy, summary
It's
guy's
sad.
pretty hard with me.
they go inside, or Professor X is there and he's like, hey, I need to take control of this shit. So I'm gonna go inside his mind. Everybody just stand back. So okay, cool. So they do. He goes inside his mind. Everybody's standing back and watching. And inside his mind, he's having this father figure conversation. Scott's like, nah, dude, you've been wrong.
It's my turn. Now.
It's my turn to try it. Like, you were wrong. Magneto's wrong. It's my turn. Right? And, like, they have this argument, and he's, like, pushing back. He's doing, like, the thing, the classic thing of, like, oh, you can't tell me what to do, Dad. I'm my own man.
Yeah,
But what's really happening is, in real life, he picks the motherfucker up and just blasts him. Like, full Phoenix powers, blasts him. Kills the motherfucker. So Cyclops kills Professor X.
Okay, Scott.
Yeah, this time now he's become like a terrorist.
And now he's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, he fucked up.
I've gone too far. And so when he realizes he's gone too far,
He gives up the power.
he like gets he gets some kind of way, and he like loses his shit because now he's like mentally unstable because he doesn't trust himself at this point, and the Dark Phoenix takes over, and so now it's not Scott anymore, it's the Dark Phoenix. And just like with Jean, where Jean lost her shit, and it wasn't really like her doing the actions, it was Jean, or it's supposed to be the Dark Phoenix. However you want to interpret that story or those stories, the same thing happens with Scott. So they're like, all right, cool. All we got to do is tease this motherfucker until he comes out into space, and we'll take care of him. They get Thor and shit. They go out into space, and they're like, nah, we're gonna solve this problem the same way we started this problem. And they're like, how the fuck are we gonna do that? And they're like, go get the fucking Phoenix Buster, and Scott will follow it to make a point to prove it to us. And when they do it, up on the moon is not just Hope, but also Wanda.
Yeah.
And they do kumbaya or whatever and hold hands, and they at the same time they're like, no more Phoenix. And then Scott's just like there, and he's like, "Oh shit, what are we doing up here?"
Yeah. How'd I get here?
Yeah, how'd I get to the moon?
I kind of feel like that could have just been done a long time ago.
And they're like, "You're under arrest."
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
You killed your dad.
Yeah, you're under arrest for murdering
Charles
Charles Xavier. And he's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
He's like, wow, whoa, shit.
Like, I sure y'all want me to read this? Like,
Yeah, because it gets so much cooler.
Yeah.
I really fucking enjoyed that story.
Yeah, Cyclops become like the most wanted mutant or whatever, like the #1 most wanted mutant after that whole.
I'm still not over the fact they sent this big ass Sentinel and smoked everybody. Like,
6 million or 6 billion or whatever.
It's a bunch of people.
That's a lot. That's a lot. We're just gonna go over that. Like,
Well, I mean, that was.
But we haven't even gotten to the part where Beast becomes so delusional that he teleports the original 5 X-Men from back in the 90s into the present day.
There's so much in between that shit. So, man, they do this shit. And this is like the last thing I'm gonna get into.
Yeah,
but like they go into that, and that's a really cool story. I like that story a lot.
It's really cool.
And then they do this story where like they're like, oh fuck, there's no escaping this. Like no matter what we do, no matter how many times we go into the future and change the timeline, no matter how many times we get the Phoenix Force and change shit, no matter how many times Wanda helps us and like changes reality for us, it's always bad, and it always leads to a fucking giant Sentinel that's gonna fucking kill us, no matter what.
That just sounds bad.
So they get to the point to where they're like, all right, if we just play this out, we can play it all the way out and see what's up and learn from it. We can start working together with our enemies who, you know, have been like tracking us and keeping tabs on us and like, you know, stealing our DNA and shit. We can do this shit. So they go into this whole story where they figure out how to resurrect the X-Men.
That's even further ahead.
That's so crazy.
Go even further ahead than that was.
So then they like, man.
They're doing too much. Is what they're doing.
Like, basically, Professor S is alive somehow.
They go from like, okay, let's do way too much to let's control doing too much to let's make a new normal to oh fuck, the worst thing isn't fighting against humanity and Sentinels forever. The worst thing is us fucking with this. You know, not just living our lives. And it's a wonderful fucking story. It's just so good. And that's not even the newest shit.
That's crazy. That's absolutely.
And then they have a big party called the Hellfire Gala. It's fucking great.
Yeah, he's going.
I don't think that sounds like a party at all.
It's wonderful.
It's another plot to.
It's so
to
good.
Destroy mutant kind.
What?
They made all these covers where everybody was dressed up in Versace and shit. Yeah. It was tight.
It was really cool, but yeah,
it was so cool.
But it was just another plot to get rid of.
It's so good. Sebastian Shaw is cool.
He really is.
Just kind of feel like they should just smoke everybody. Just personally.
You know. You go on.
I was just saying, if I was Magneto, I would just kill everybody.
Just know, anytime Cable's around, shit ain't right.
Yeah, shit's gonna go bad.
And so Cable actually showed up in the cartoon right before the giant Sentinel appeared. Yeah, he legit showed up to see his mom, Madeline Pryor.
How do you just create a giant Sentinel though?
Like, you fill that with please?
Yeah, he was from the future. He came back to the past to try to warn them, telling everybody to get off the island.
There's this big ass Sentinel pulling up, bro. Yeah. You might not want to be here.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, plot contrivances or whatever demanded him to be pulled back as soon as the Sentinel appears. Pulled back into the future. Yeah.
That's just how it works.
I mean, they leave, and Grey Malkin's like, you're gonna die if you stay here, so body slide by one.
I won't fight that motherfucker either.
It's how it works.
Should I put that on first? I think that actually is the smart thing to do.
But anyways, the Deadpool Wolverine trailer.
Oh yeah, Deadpool Wolverine trailer came out.
Yes, indeed.
Oh boy, good. It's so good.
It looks real good.
So the main villain is Cassandra Nova.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, it's Professor S's evil sister. Evil twin sister.
Are they just making up characters?
That's what I thought too.
So there's a storyline, or there's a character called
She's
Cassandra Nova, and what it is she was Professor X's twin in the womb, but as an infant, or as a embryo,
yeah, Professor X killed her.
he realized that she was an evil version of him,
What? Stop.
and he used
true.
his telekinetic power, or telekinesis
Try to kill her.
to kill her.
That's exactly why Cyclops shot his ass.
So when
Before
she
she
was
ever committed a crime.
when she was miscarried, though, she's just as strong as Charles. She fucking got flushed down the toilet or whatever, and like
What?
reconvened herself and came back to life and became a thing from the sewers
She a Ninja Turtle?
to destroy Professor X and his X-Men's.
And she's actually in the comics the one that sent the big ass Sentinel to kill all the
Yeah, in the comics, she's the one that
Yeah.
ordered that to happen.
Yeah.
I blame Professor X for all of this.
That's the point.
I mean, that's technically
Usually,
that's not far from the
usually
truth.
point, yeah.
That's not far from the truth.
Bro, why would you stop? The fact that they're like, yo,
Yeah,
this baby,
embryonic murder.
yeah.
like, yo, my twin is evil. Let me use my psionic ability in the womb to smoke your shit.
Yeah.
I can
And the
tell
tw-
already.
Yeah, I
This
just
bitch
know
is bad.
you. I just know you ain't right. And the twin is like, haha, but I'm smarter than you because I'm just as strong. Holeless.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let me send this big ass signal your way. Some years.
What's up, Hot Rod?
That's crazy.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
That's
What's
crazy.
going on?
We're just out here
Yeah, talking about
20 years of X-Men comic
Yes,
books,
sir.
so that
And
Duran doesn't have to read.
Yeah, and then he's gonna watch Deadpool and Wolverine and kind of understand what's going on.
But yeah, so it seems like they're finding a way. I believe that they're trying to find a way to tie this X-Men '97 cartoon
Yeah,
into Deadpool.
Yeah, and I need to watch Loki too because Loki season 2.
Loki season 2 is good.
Yeah, it's apparently like tied to this as well. Yes. And, so like apparently like I think the story is like Deadpool's got hired by the TVA to like save the Fox universe or whatever, and like he's trying to recruit Wolverine because something happens where Wolverine killed all the other X-Men, and that's in another storyline called Old Man Logan.
That's just, it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, it's a lot of comics, man.
Dude, fuck
It's a lot
yeah,
of comics.
Hot Rod. I think we all are.
Mm-hmm.
I've been waiting for this day since fucking.
Shoot, dude, Wolverine's costume still looks godlike. It still looks
good,
it's
dude.
still really, it was really cool.
I've been waiting for that since the Wolverine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they teased it at the end of the movie, and then we never see it again. I was so pissed. Like, how you gonna tease us this and then never show it? But you know, I'm happy that it's doing it now.
Yeah, I'm happy we're finally here. That's what really matters.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking excited. And like people talk about like how bad the MCU's been lately or whatever, and
It's about to come back.
sure that's cool, but like like I don't believe it, but I do see it, right? Like I don't agree that it's been so bad, but I do see it from a quality point of view. Like
Yeah, the writing's just been
if
bad.
if I'm like, man, I really love Fast and the Furious, right? But I can say Fast 10 was probably 5 or 6 out of 10,
Yeah.
right? But then
Definitely the worst.
Ant-Man 3 was one of the worst things that everybody says is one of the worst things in MCU. But then I'm like, yeah, it was one of the worst things in the MCU. It was like a 7 out of 10. Like,
better than Fast and the Furious. Fast 10. It was better than Fast.
but I mean, you see what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
It's like,
Because
is
Marvel
it bad or is it not?
It's not up to the Marvel standards, and that's why it is. Marvel put themselves. They're themselves to blame because now everyone's holding up to, their movies up to their own standards because people understand what the MCU was like before.
But is that
Phase 3?
is that bad though? I mean,
That's what I'm saying. I actually brought this up to
I
you
mean, a 7 out of 10
before in the
is not a bad
past.
movie.
Like, is it a bad thing?
oh no,
that-
I'm retreading it for Ron.
Okay, yeah. Is that a bad thing?
And
mean,
I don't think it's a bad thing.
like,
I don't agree with
It's
this.
just been lower quality. That's all it is. It's lower quality.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe this next batch of movies, now that the writer strike is over with, that we actually have good writing.
Now that they have writers.
Yeah, now they actually have writers. So,
But does
Awesome.
she know?
Good to hear you're doing well there, Hot Rod.
indeed.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched Fast and Furious since Tokyo Drift,
Damn.
and I thought the Tokyo Drift was ass. So
Yeah,
I
it's
just,
not really that
Yo,
yeah, so I just started
Duran.
watching all of them.
Let me
Yes.
tell you
hey,
about our
look,
And I love
I want you to read
I love cars.
20 years, 40 years of X-Men, okay? I want you to
40?
do it.
That's a lot.
1964. So that's the cover of it right there in that middle cube. That's the cover right there. It's very special to me.
Hey, that's a lot though. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, I want you to do
Or
that.
you could just-
Instead, though,
X-Men
watch Fast and the Furious, at least just 7 on its own. It's the greatest movie ever made.
Just so
Four's-
I mean, I like 5.
4's really good.
I don't even
Four's
I
good.
like
Really
Four,
good.
Four's good. 5's better. 6 is better.
Yeah, 7.
7 is, oh my god. 7 is so fucking
Jason
good.
Statham, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
7 is a gift literally from the Lord, whether you believe in him. Actually, more so if you don't. Like, he's a gift from a God that you don't even believe in. Like,
And if you watch it, you might.
yeah, that movie's so fucking good in so many ways. 8 is there's no way you can't follow 7, man. That's what you fucked up trying to follow 7.
And then 9, they just
then-
jump off the shark.
Yeah, 9 is
They jump
insane.
Off, they literally jump off the cliff.
Yeah, they literally.
And jump the shark and go
Yeah.
to space. In
What?
9. Yeah, they go into space in 9.
Yeah. In a Fiero.
Yeah, they go into space in 9.
Yeah, in short,
In
in short, 7
Well,
is the
because it
best
was a
movie
meme.
ever. Yeah,
Yeah, like it started. This meme started back when Fast 5 or 6
Yeah.
came out.
I think
Where
when-
like,
yeah, 6.
Like eventually they're gonna get to a point where they're gonna be driving
Fast
in
and
space.
Furious.
Yeah, and then Fast 9, they're driving in space.
So I would much rather read the 40 years of
X-Men,
Marvel.
yeah,
Yeah, or cause
yeah. Hey, look, Fast 7. That's it.
I'm just saying, like, as somebody who loves cars, I love cars. I'm a car geek.
Yeah,
Fast and Furious has not been about cars for a very,
Yeah,
very long time.
Since
yeah.
Fast 2,
Fast
since
hasn't been
Fast
about
2.
cards in a really long time.
Yeah.
Since
It's
Fast
an
2
action
or
movie
Tokyo
series
Drift, actually.
with, cars as a centerpiece
Yeah,
of
like
their
auxiliary.
toolkit.
So
Yeah,
when you
look,
say something
it's
about
most-
spaceships,
Yeah.
It's mostly about family and music by Pitbull and
Corona.
and
2 Chainz.
Coronas.
Don't forget
Oh,
about
and 2
2
Chains.
Chainz
Don't
is
forget
in
2
there.
Chains
Yeah.
episodes. Yes.
One shot,
now they're in space
And then they went to space. They raced a submarine. They
how
fucking
the fuck do you race?
Yeah.
Bro, they,
literally people got superpowers.
bro,
Roman pushes
bro,
a torpedo
they
with
jumped.
his hand.
They launched a car into a helicopter.
It's crazy that y'all want me to watch this.
It's
Yeah,
so
it's really
fucking
cool.
good.
It's really cool. It's really cool.
I can
The
just watch
7
anime or some shit like that.
Shoot.
7 is so much better than anime. 7 is like
Yeah.
it
It's-
has
it's- it's
if
the
you're
best.
like man, I love 80s movies and one-liners. No, 7 has better one-liners. 7 has better action. Like 7 is dude,
Yeah,
7
is
so
really
good.
good.
7 is better than D&D. 7 is so fucking it's better than Cars. Like
Yeah, that's a bold statement. This
dog. Yeah, Fast and Furious. Then you know that car about racing or whatever.
I think
7's
the
better
reason
than
why
Cars.
J Spot loves 7 because it has The Rock in it. The Rock is really good.
is it the Rocket? All of them?
Yeah.
Well, not
He's-
all of them.
he's in
From
5,
to
6, 7.
Yeah, 5, 6, 7.
5, 6, 7.
Yeah, it skipped
And then
8,
he's
and
in.
then
Then he's
Hobbs
in
and
his
Shaw.
own. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
yeah, the spin-off Hobbs and
Hobbs and
Shaw.
Shaw.
Watch that
Great.
shit. Shit's
really
fucking
good.
great. Yeah,
Yeah, because The Rock and Vin Diesel got into a dispute, and
I think it's fake. Listen,
it's kinda
it's
fake.
great.
It's a work.
It's a work, 100%. But Hobbs and Shaw movie's fucking great. It's so good, dude. It's a family comedy. It's so good. The Rock's in it. Muscle Cars are in it. Roman Reigns is in it. Like Jason's or the buddy cop
movie,
film
yeah.
of The Rock and Jason Statham is 10 out of 10.
yeah,
They literally fight a superhuman Eldris Idra.
yeah, Idris Elba's in the movie as the villain.
Oh my god, it's so
Like,
good,
I'm
dude.
Superman. I'm the Black Superman or something like that.
Speaking of
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba,
Yeah,
Yeah, that black guy.
DJ Idris Elba.
You
Oh
want
yeah,
him-
he's a really good fucking
you
DJ,
want-
by the way.
Really?
Speaking of Idris Elba, I think I said it wrong
You want
again.
him to play a live action DJ in Street Fighter movie?
No, he's too old at this point.
Yeah.
He was Knuckles,
Yeah, he is Knuckles.
mo-
In Sonic, yeah, he has
and
a
now
series.
Keanu Reeves
It's Shadow the Hedgehog.
is Shadow the Hedgehog.
Which I put in our little chat.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to give you
Oh.
a springboard here,
Oh, okay.
dick.
And you ruined it.
Yeah. You want to try again? Here, this is called Segway.
Okay.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. So, speaking of age of Knuckles,
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves is going to be Shadow.
Yes, indeed.
What do you think about that, Dap?
I think it's awesome, man. He was actually my initial pick for the voice of Shadow the Hedgehog when Shadow the Hedgehog was initially introduced. Like I said, if there were going to be a live-action Sonic the Hedgehog movie, then I feel like Keanu Reeves would be a good Shadow the Hedgehog voice. And here we are, 20-something years
would-
later.
Okay, so I did play Sonic Adventure 2,
So,
Yes.
right? And then the better version, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle,
Yep.
right?
the game.
Played all those, right?
Yeah.
I never sat there and was like, Keanu Reeves would be pretty good.
Never.
As
Never. Ever in my life.
What?
Shadow the Hedgehog.
And I guess
I've
the
never
only
thought
reason
about it
the only reason I really liked Idris Elba was because of the "Show Me the Way" memes,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, yeah, he's got the voice for that.
now. You know the way.
Oh man, those wheels are totally done. I need to go finish them.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know. I hope they're the right size. Then again, if they're not, we can fix it.
Yeah.
And they only take like an hour to print 5.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, Adam, I hope your dad enjoys his birthday gift.
I know. After 4 years.
But yeah, nah, I cannot wait for this movie because apparently, yeah. So, what's his name? Jim Carrey's going to be back as Robotnik,
Hell yeah.
which I'm happy for.
The boy Eggman.
And yeah, so they're adapting.
South.
They're adapting the Sonic Adventure 2 story, which is pretty cool. So, looking forward to seeing how they do that.
Hold on, wait. We gotta go back a couple frames.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run. I gotta roll this back real fast. Hot Rod Urameshi says, "I want Akon as DJ in Street Fighter."
Akon.
Akon, convict music.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't he still in Africa right now, like building like
Building those little like swirly houses, right?
yeah, like, he's building like fat ass communities in Africa right now.
Dude, if he really is, that's fucking tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was.
That's cool.
Like, that was years ago.
Yo.
That's what I'm assuming he's still doing it.
He. Well, I mean, if you got a lot of fucking houses to build out there. I'm not gonna downplay the situation, right? He's helping. He's doing shit.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what else is real hot over in Africa right now?
What is that, sir?
Dog, have you ever heard of SGW? The hottest wrestling promotion on fucking X.com.
South.
Go look up
Wrestling.
Soft Ground Wrestling from Uganda. It is awesome.
What the fuck is soft ground wrestling?
It's
Amazing.
they're it's a wrestling promotion that is only on Twitter, and they wrestle on soft ground soil after they turn it over to plant more stuff. It's fucking great. They got a character named Lord Whitefinger. He's from South Africa, and he's trying to
Lord
yeah.
Lord.
He's trying to colonize the Ugandans. And a lot of his shit he talks is like, "Don't worry, I'm not here to colonize you. I never want Uganda anyway." And everybody's boo. It's perfect. It works. It's so good.
The boy Lord Whitefinger.
And it's a bunch of Ugandans who are ripped as shit, as you can imagine.
Yo.
And they're like farmers. They're tilling the land or whatever. So they are ripped as shit naturally, and they're just wrestling the fuck out of each other. And and they're just imitating what they see right on the internet. It's great, and like their little bits are fucking cool. The main characters right now are a guy named Diamond and a guy named Cool oh, what's his name? Cool. Oh, yeah, Cool Man. That's right. He dropped his actual name.
So
I think his name was Cool Hemis.
Yeah.
But then he dropped it. Now it's just Cool Man.
Okay, so we got
Cool
Lord
Man.
Whitefinger?
Lord Whitefinger.
Cool Man, a diamond.
It's gotten to the point that now different wrestlers from around the world are starting to fly out to Uganda and help them
That's dope.
because they see them doing stuff unsafely. So they're like, hey, let me come teach you the right way to do this. So there's this guy. He's a
yourself?
Asian wrestler who has spent a lot of time in like Mexican promotions named Sema. And Sema's gone over to go like teach them the correct way to do things, and it's really cool as fuck. To the point to where this week they debuted their first 3 female wrestlers, and they can get it too. They fucking beat the shit out of each other, and it is crazy. Yeah, man.
This is wild.
Dog, yeah, it is wild. It's fucking wild thornberries. It's crazy.
Yo, Nigel.
Yeah. Smash it.
I would like to say people of color are pretty cool.
I mean, that's not where I was going, but yeah, I agree. I do agree.
Wrestling is universal.
Yeah, that's where I was going. It's like it's a magical. Professional wrestling is something so great, and it's really really cool. It's really really
dope.
really cool.
That's pretty dope.
And that's how you do a fucking segue. Just throw that out.
Sound like a professional over there.
Anyways,
Is it?
11:45. 11:45.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
Really?
Damn it.
Damn,
You feeling it, Dap?
Yeah.
Your internal clock?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna finish this.
Man, I'm so close. I'm gonna at least finish sanding. I'm so
I
close.
wanted to do the shield next, but I'm not gonna be able to do that in time.
I feel like
Especially since
I am
I'm
nowhere
sitting.
near close.
You look like you're finished.
I still gotta do the legs.
Yeah, he got the waist.
Oh,
Doing
I
the
got the
waist right now.
Yeah.
yeah. You. Oh, sorry. I was just looking at your sprues. Your sprues look pretty empty.
We got legs and is there
Legs and then
You know what I
accessories.
usually do, Duran, is just I literally cut the pieces of each section off and then just set them aside so that way I get the grids and then put them together. It's faster that way
I don't know.
instead of doing one at a time.
I do them for each little picture. I cut all the pieces for each picture.
That's what I literally just
Oh,
said.
I thought you were saying you do like for if you're doing arms,
the section.
you would do all of the
Oh,
arms.
no.
Oh,
Like
you
the
talking about
section.
person? Oh,
Yeah, like you see the sections. Yeah, I just cut off all the pieces of the
that
section.
actually would
and
probably
then-
be smart
yeah.
to do.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, out here making rookie mistakes.
No, you're good. No, it took
You
me a
gotta
while. before I
find how
figured
what's
that-
comfortable. You know,
Yeah.
some people use controllers, some people use hitbox. You know, I rock the stick, but you know, everybody's known that.
What is that supposed to mean?
You're welcome, Duran. You're welcome. Seeing who's awake. There we go.
Hey, we don't never sleep over here.
You know, I'm just glad you're here. You know, the one time that have I ever told you about the time? One of the times Duran has slept over here.
I don't think so.
Man, I heard y'all went to go visit PJ.
Yeah, we did.
That's the first time I've seen that guy in like 7 years. Dude.
How's he doing?
Great. He's doing good.
I'm so jealous.
Bought him a house. Well, he has multiple houses now. So
Hey, that sounds like PJ.
he has because he's renting. He's been buying and selling and renting one out, another one out. So
Oh,
Yeah.
so he's doing all right then.
yeah, he's doing good.
Good.
He's doing
Oh,
good.
hell yeah. I love to hear it. I like to hear it, man.
Yeah, no, it was one of my favorite people.
I was
Absolutely.
half dead when we went to go
It
see
is,
him.
dude. And then he took a shot of
Yeah, I took a
Patron,
shot,
and you
yeah.
know,
Oh, Shindap.
Yeah.
Shindap.
yeah, that dude was already tired.
Miss Suts.
My man was already faded. Like,
Yeah.
come on, bro. It was just a shot. But yeah, no, it was only for like an hour or so because we were coming back from the tournament. It was already like 10,
Sure, it was like midnight.
10
It
11.
was like midnight because we stopped at Steak and Shake beforehand.
That's
And it was like
It was
10,
about,
11
it was
right
about
there.
11 when we left PJ's. Because we didn't get back home. Well, I didn't get home until
One,
like 12, 1. Yeah.
Yeah, I got home at 2.
Yeah, so it was about 1.
that's not bad.
I wouldn't
Bro,
trip.
it was an all-day trip. Like,
Yeah.
we were there from 12 to 12. Yeah, it was 12 to 12.
I wouldn't trip.
I mean, well, it's because I literally got back from Oklahoma the previous weekend.
It's okay. You ain't got to explain
Yeah, I'm just
yourself to
saying.
me, bro.
Hey, Dap said he needed 5.5 whole days.
Yeah, to rest. Yes.
From wherever the fuck he was.
I went to Oklahoma by myself.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Why'd you go by yourself again? I still
Someone
don't
else
know why.
wanted to come. I put it in the chat. In the chat, you're in the chat too.
Did you?
Hey.
Oh, so I muted like everybody.
Okay, yeah.
I do it. I do it. It's not
Yeah.
just yours. It's everybody. Like if somebody add me to a chat, I mute that shit
Yeah.
immediately.
I know. I do the same. I do the
Like,
same.
why you put me in here? All right, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll read it when I get to it.
Exactly.
Then I forget about it.
Yeah, I know people do.
I'll forget about it. My bad.
Yeah.
I catch up on the toilet.
I'll
I do
read
too.
it, every now and then.
Like,
Yeah.
like people are always like, "Oh, are you on the Discord? I saw you on the Discord," and it's like,
Sort of.
yeah. I mean, I'm there.
I'm
but
reading it. Yeah, I'm reading
I don't-
it.
I've only
really
started
read it.
using Discord like more recently, just because the cats at the top of the shop want to ask me questions and shit.
Yeah.
They'll just be like, "Hey, what's your Discord?" I'm like, "Bro, I don't do none of that stuff."
Yeah, I don't. Hey man, I was like you too.
And now it's like I'll log in when I want to play the game, and I got like red things all over my shit with messages. I'm like, all right, fine.
Yo, those red dots make you feel like shit, huh?
I gotta check them.
I fucking hate it.
I'll check them just to be somewhat, not rude.
Yeah. Same
Although
here, man.
I'm like,
Yeah,
Found
hopefully.
a nub I never touched.
just ask me on Thursday, bro.
See, that this is what I was talking about. You clean it up as you go along.
Yeah.
When you deconstruct it, it's easier. I don't know. I find it easy to come
yeah.
back
How
and
far
clean.
did you get that?
So here, I'll show you my Gundams.
Here. I'm gonna give you a main stage here. Dad.
So, this is the Wing Zero, and this is the Wing.
Ooh,
Nice.
very nice.
Yeah. So yeah, I technically already finished. I'm basically polishing and cleaning, and doing the weapons. I need to
Accessible.
finish the wing. I need to redo the helmet for the wing because I can see it. Not like see like.
Oh yeah.
Full. Let me do this real quick.
Clean up a nub so
Yeah.
it goes all the way down.
Push this in more. Forgot. Yeah, this is an older model too. So like
Yeah.
the helmet is not really that great.
Oh yeah, you didn't finish telling your story you was about to tell.
Which one?
Well, it was one about me apparently.
Oh shit. Well, not really. It's about PJ. That's why I should.
I talking about when he was when he locked the door when he was
Yeah.
stuck on the door.
Oh, he told us that story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
because we were drunk.
Yeah.
We were drunk.
It was a good fucking time.
It's okay. I was drunk too.
Yeah, we were-
Hilarious. Dude. I think I'm gonna leave this backpack just the way it is. It looks weird without the backpack on, so I'm gonna put this backpack on. I have prepped everything I needed to prep. Look at that.
Look.
Oh, excuse me. Time to paint. We're gonna go with some kind of bronze or like a rusty metal or bronze here for his shackles, because in 6 he only has the shackles on his feet or on his ankles. We're gonna go with some kind of color to be his jean shorts. This is going to be a lighter green.
You can move the camera off
Oh, damn, I am showing nothing.
So what do you do with the ones that's not quite finished? Right, you just throw them back in the box and
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
when we come back.
If, we either come back to them or whatever. So, yeah, like I was saying, this is going to be like some kind of metallic, maybe rusty metal, or maybe just like a bronze or something. I'm going to do here's his jeans. These will be jeans. His jean shorts. This will be, I'm going to do a lighter green. Oh, no, this is going to be a standard green. I'm sorry. This is going to be is this my standard green? No, this will be a lighter green. This is lighter green. Yeah, because that's like his face highlights, his cheeks and stuff. Whereas like this is where his mouth is going to be, so this will be like standard green. That way you have like different colors.
Yeah.
And then this is going to be my standard green, so like his main body, his all the most of the darker pieces, so like his shoulders and knees and everything. He has like so many different pieces that are the shoulders, elbows and stuff like that. Big forearms will be a standard green because then I'm going to put hair on it anyway, right? So hair is going to go on shins, forearms, chest, and obviously his head. He's gonna have a big old mane. So really excited to figure out how to do how to pose his hair and make his hair work. So I remember I've done hair before on 2 different models. I did a saber tooth. I put a big flock of hair on his back, and then I did.
For the wing zero.
Oh, here we show that. And then I did Kieran, the unicorn monster from Monster Hunter. That guy has hair on him.
What class is that one?
Master Grade.
All right, man. So Duran, that's your second one. Your second GUNPLA.
It is.
What do you think?
I mean, I told you I enjoyed the first one to where I almost got baited into buying one.
And my friends from Georgia did. They
went deep.
Then I realized that I'm like, you know what? I'm just not gonna do it. And then I didn't do it.
All right.
It's all good.
So you almost got into it. Almost fell for it. Now that you've done 2, how do you feel about
the exact same way?
The exact same.
I'm like, man, this is kind of cool. I get to be in good company. I get to laugh at that because that's always a funny thing to do. You know? And then the long drive back home is going to be like, yeah, I'm just not going to do it.
Well,
then I'm going to sleep on it, and then I'm going to wake up like, huh.
Yeah. Good thing I didn't spend that money.
That's usually how it goes.
All right. Well, cool, man. I heard that you're trying to get some secret Street Fighter upgrade, but it sounds like that didn't happen.
So it was I wanted to because I do want to get good at Street Fighter, but I'm so incompetent at Tekken right now that I hate it. That I want to get better at that right now. At least until I get fed up with it, which is probably sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Nee doesn't even like the game, so fuck it. Yeah, right?
That's so funny.
Something's obviously wrong.
The legend himself.
So why does the normal Buster rifle look so much better than the twin Buster rifle?
Because he puts them together and it's all. See, the beam is much more ridiculous when it's 2 of them.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying. It even looks like
better.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this. The single.
You know what it is? They
better.
I bet they had to. They made it not as nice so that it could fit under the wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, there's just more detail on the standard.
Yeah. I like
well, all right then.
Anyways.
Let's. We're almost shut them down with our new catchphrase. I got a